Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sweet.
What up? Come on in, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you need commercial insurance for your semi-truck, box truck, or cargo van business, make sure you guys click that link in the description below. For Log Rock, up for renewal, looking for a cheaper commercial insurance solution for your commercial logistics, trucking business, semi-truck, box truck, cargo van. Make sure you guys click the link in the description below. For Log Rock, come on in, guys. That like button. Happy Monday. Subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. We got 25, 30 people in here. We got 8 likes. We need to get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. Shout out to Pippi. Shout out to all the moderators in the building. Shout out to Kelvin. Shout out to the MGM building. Kobe. Representing the MGM game. Man, last night's stream was funny. Glad you enjoyed it. Shout out to Box Truck Green. Appreciate everything you do for us, Mark. Appreciate you for watching. MGM gang members. Shout out to Moving Company Hustle in the building. Shout out to 608, 21% of y'all fun. Oh, you must be talking about the poll. Let me go look at the results. Let's see here. It start with nothing. Cargo van box truck content misleading people. All right, so we got 79% says yes, it's a scam funnel. 0% so far says some of it's real. 0% says depends. 21% says no, it's possible. So 20% out of 14 votes so far are part of the problem. These are people that go off hope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit different. Since we got a divided audience, remember I told you it's a line in the sand. It's a line. There's nothing in between. Some of it, 0%. Depends on the person. That's one of them. It's either it is or it isn't. Some say it's possible to start a logistics business with no money. I'm trying to figure out how. But nobody can answer that question for me. Nobody can answer that question. Or it's hidden behind these walls. I'm a smart guy. I think I'm a smart guy, and I'm not being big up in myself. I think I'm a pretty smart guy. I've done a lot of great things in my years of existence. In comparison to, a lot of people my age at this point, even right now, I'm doing things that are great. I think I'm a smart individual, but I can't figure out that. And I can't figure out why can't nobody else figure it out. I'm trying to figure out if it was that easy, why is it people out here that's just messed up? Why is it people out here living van life, can't afford groceries? The homelessness is just out of the roof. I've never seen homelessness like this before. I'm trying to figure out if something is just so simple, why ain't everybody doing it? And then the people that's here that's saying it's possible, how come they can never tell me? I think I give a lot of information out. Why? This is the one time I'm asking for something. Can somebody please tell me how to do this? Please, I'm begging you. Please tell me how this is possible. Please. Shout out to Edie, just picked up my CDL license from the DMV. Congratulations. Shout out to M. Jackson in the building. Shout out to CTR Logistics in the building. Shout out to Ty in the building. Ty, where you been at? Ain't seen you in the Discord. Shout out to Abdi. Abdi, where you been at? You kind of disappeared after that conversation we had about a month or two ago, where you was talking about the finessing. You still in the business? You still running with the Russians? Dispatching, you can start with zero. It's still part of logistics. We're not talking about dispatching, big dog. We talking about starting with a vehicle, whether it's cargo van, something that you have to drive, a vehicle, cargo van, box truck. You said y'all did a late live last night too. Yeah, it started about 12:45 last night. Got a late one in. You did. Ty said he couldn't start right. Ty was in and out. Ty went through 10 thou wow in what, 2 weeks, Ty? 10 thou wow in 2 weeks. They out here saying you could do it with nothing. I'm trying to figure out how. Matter of fact, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. And I'm just asking, I'm nicely asking, because I'm just ignorant. I'm trying to figure out how to do this shit. I want to know how to do it. I want to know how to do it because I want to help people out, bro. If it's something that I ain't hip to, man, pass the information. I pass a lot of information. Give me some information so I could pass it along. How can I tell people who ain't got nothing, who fucked up out here in these streets, how they can start a cargo van and a box truck business with nothing? Nothing. Nothing. How can you do it? So we're going to talk about it today. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let's do something a little bit different. I'm going to let you call in during the live. I want to talk to somebody that can explain to me this. Anybody. It don't matter. It's 20-some% said you can. It's possible. Tell me how. Hold on. Let me open up the line. Let me get the line open. We're going to do it a little bit different. Come on, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is Monday, January 26th, 2026. You dig. All right, let's open up the phone line. Let's get this out the way. Give me a second. Let's get this out the way. I don't even know how that got moved. Let's move that. Let's get this out the way. Let's get the phone line open. I want to talk to anybody. You can call up at any point during this live stream lecture and tell me how to start a cargo van business with nothing or a box truck business with nothing. I'm curious. Line is open. You said call up. Hold on. 5.0 said, yeah, you can. What? Mark, you can start with 10K. We're not saying 10K. We talking about the people that's been popping up lately saying nothing. We came across something y'all sent me the other day, $1,000 or less for box truck. We came up with something last night that says you can start with no vehicle, no money, no insurance, no nothing, because the contract are the money. All right. So what I think is a play. I think it's a play on ignorance. The economy is messed up. People need to supplement their income, and they'll take advantage of unexpected, less fortunate, ignorance, people that are looking for hopes and dreams to get out of their situation instead of logic. That's what I think is going on right now. But the line is open. We got 13. Okay, I didn't get a chance to cook yet. All right. Hello?
Yo, what's up, Mark?
What up? Who that?
This M. Jackson, nah.
What's going on?
Nah, you can't do that job, bro. You can't do that. Not with no money. I think it's a misconception that no money means I didn't start with my own money. And I think people confuse that, and they think that there's no money, but you still invested if you know what I'm saying? Because even if you...
No, because the lady last said no money, no credit, no vehicle. If you watch the reaction I did last night, she basically saying you could be fucked up out here in these streets. You ain't got to have nothing. You could be damn near homeless. The way she explained, you could be damn near homeless out here and start. You dig what I'm saying?
That's false.
So, and then we saw Buddy ass the other day talking about you could start for $1,000 or less. So I'm trying to figure out how in 2026, bro. And goddamn it, why can't nobody else figure? If it's something that's so simple, why the smartest of the smartest people can't figure this shit out?
That's not real. That's not reality. They live in a dream world.
And hold on, why is the people that's saying this shit is out in the field? If you had all the information, the people who are winning in logistics ain't in a truck, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you start, obviously you got to start somewhere, right? So it's not to downplay a person that's in the truck, but if you have knowledge to give to people, whether you're selling it or you're providing it for free, you're not in the field, bro. If I had all the game in the world and I was still active in the field, the last fucking thing that I would do is give it to you.
Yeah.
Facts. Why would I create more competition? Why would I make things more difficult for myself? When would I have the time, bro? When would I have the time to pour into you when I'm still trying to figure it out?
Right.
We just keeping it a buck out here in these streets. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. That's real. Like, and I don't know. I mean, they dreaming. They dreaming. That's all I can say. I agree with your side of it because it's you know what, you, even if you, and just say you borrow money, and I'm not saying there's still not no money down. Because, like, fucked up with zero, you cannot do this. It's not going to happen. A van costs $8,000 at least now. Like, if you trying to get something good. Now, you can find a van for $3,500, but you probably won't be able to do much with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't see it. I ain't never seen no business that started up from nothing. Like, so.
And I'm just, and I see 5.0 in the chat. He can call up. We're not talking about even leveraging credit. The person we reacted to last night said no credits, no cash, no money, no credit, no vehicle, no nothing, no nothing. You can get a contract with no nothing, bro. Buddy the other day said 1,000. Y'all sent me somebody else that's saying it. And it's all starting all of a sudden. Like, I'm seeing a trend of this shit starting right now. And it's one of the dudes was preaching something totally different last year, but now he's preaching this. So it's a play. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and I'm gonna get into it. It's a play to weigh on people's emotions. People see that people are ignorant, and they'll buy into hope based out of the desperation. Yeah, and people fall. And for the life of me, I just don't understand why. If it's free, how? If it's so free and it's so easy, and you're telling me it don't require nothing, but at the end of here's the play. At the end of every video you see that promotes this low barrier to entry, this I'm gonna say no to low barrier to entry. When you get to the end, it's something that you gotta buy. So make that even make sense to me. If it's free,
they selling something. And it ain't free. If they had this knowledge to do that, bro, why aren't more people doing it? Like, why everybody ain't doing this then? Like, the competition would be through the roof right now. And it's saturated, but it's not that saturated. Like, I don't know. That is crazy to fathom that somebody would say that. Yeah, like, they might could go and get a contract, but after you get the contract, you still gonna need a vehicle to deliver the stuff in. And you can't go and hire somebody else in the beginning when you start out in a cargo van business, because they're not gonna let you do it because they haven't seen your work.
Well, according to the video we reacted to last night, you don't need a cargo. You don't need nothing. You just got to get the contract. They'll give you the contract without having nothing.
She professionally stupid.
But see, here's the thing.
Anybody who
go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
You got it.
No, I was gonna say, anybody who run like that dumb. If you gonna run and you get a contract, and just say you hypothetically put somebody else in a position to do the contract for you that got a cargo van, you don't know what the fuck going on. So you stupid.
Yeah, I just think that this is the level of desperation. Even the people who producing the content that's trying to get people off their ignorance or get people off their desperation. This is where it's come to now. This is where it's come to. And there's 12% of people in here that say it's possible. But every time somebody says that shit, they scared to click the link, or even these people, they can't tell me how. So to start a business,
they living in a fantasy.
So I compare starting a business to like any other thing that you do to generate some type of income. Can you start a business? Okay, so there's people that start from humble beginnings, right? But we're not talking about humble beginnings. We're not talking about working with what you have. Let's say maybe doing some side hustle work off of Craigslist, kind of like how I did, or some side hustle work off Thumbtack, learning the business under the table, right? And saving that money to come in the correct way. I'm hearing people saying you can start legitimately into final mile, legitimately into medical courier, legitimately into the cargo van business, dealing with 3PLs directly. And the requirements that you know and I know that are required, right? Because we've applied, we've ran these contracts. When you go and apply, authority, vehicle, insurance.
Correct. Like that, it's not gonna happen. Even with medical supplies, like you still gonna need the gas money, and you're gonna need insurance, even if you got a vehicle. Like the only business that you could get into with no money down is real estate, and people think that's a scam. Like so, like that's even drying up now. But that's the only business that I know that you could get into with no money down. Literally, is real estate. But
well, I'd be interested to know that, because I'm not here.
That's contract. You assigning a contract to somebody else. You putting somebody's house under contract, and you taking it and flipping it to another cash-in buyer.
All right, so but as far as the logistics, you can't think of no way to do this. Get in legitimately on a legitimate contract, whether it's final mile, OTR, Amazon, medical, 3PL, cargo van. You can't think of any way to get in for free to $1,000. There's nothing. There's no strategy or hack that you got that you can tell me about. Hello? Hello? All right, we lost him. All right, so we got 10% that's saying it's possible. The phone number is up there to the 10%, to the 3% that says depends on the person, and to the 6% that says some of it is real. I want to know how to do it. Help me out. Help me help other people. Help me help other people. Just tell me how to do it. That's it. That's all I'm asking you. I'm seeing a new trend, right? It died down. It's died down over the course of the last couple of years. Now, as the economy gets worse, people have to do things to supplement income. I went to Walmart yesterday. I got literally like 2.5, maybe 3 bags of shit. It was $140, $150. I get it. You know, Trump, he lied. You know, he said groceries is down. That's cap. That's cap, Trump. Groceries ain't down. Groceries is higher than a motherfucker. Rent is going through the roof for people that rent. The cars are up. Maintenance is up. Maintenance is pretty much across the board is up. To maintain the home is up, even for a homeowner. Rent is going up because the maintenance for the owner is up. Taxes are up. Everything is up. So I get it. I get why this trend is starting to come back around. I call it the pandemic playbook. The difference between the pandemic playbook of people taking advantage of people's ignorance then versus now is people were had an infusion of capital at that time provided by the federal government in many different forms, right? PPP, EIDL, child care, unemployment from a federal and a state level. And then you had people that were really finessing the system that were doing the filling out the application for other people in multiple states and getting them 100,000 and then charging them back 5,000 for doing an application. You had people that were doing that and running up a bag. There was a lot of, just capital that was around back then, and people, because they didn't work for this money, and they, some people wanted to legitimize this money, they bought courses, they bought entrepreneurship, they bought mentorship from people that really didn't know what they was talking about, but they had the money to do it. They had free money to do it. The difference now is people are desperate, and they're making emotional decisions off of hope, right? And a person who doesn't think with logic can easily get sold a dream. And there's some people that see that and they prey on those people. They're supplementing their income by preying on more ignorant people. They ignorant too, right? You can't have a moral compass or a moral high ground to do that, especially when you know you're doing it to people who are in desperation at the moment. You know they are. Hope sells faster than education. This is why I'll never, if I went over to TikTok or to Instagram, my content would never blossom. It wouldn't. Because I don't sell hope. I give you the harsh reality. I know the demographic on TikTok. I know the demographic on Instagram as far as the age, the ethnicity that consumes this type of content for the most part, and the mindset. Logic is out the window. It's now. It's instant gratification. It's now. As an older gentleman, I know it's just not realistic, and it's going to be consumed. I'm going to be the hater, and I'm going to be all this. And I'm fine with that. That's why I just don't waste my time over there. At least over here, you get some of that, but eventually the people over here that do have that kind of mindset, they'll eventually come around. Nothing in this world is free. Nothing. Hope sells faster than education. Hope sells faster than discipline. It's easier to just give somebody hope. Hope ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's just not. Not as it pertains to business. It sells faster than the truth. One of the big things people ask me about in 5.0, you was asking me last week, Mark, why you don't do a paid mentorship? A lot of people say, Mark, why you will make a lot of money? You'll make a lot of money. No, I wouldn't. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't make no money. Because most of the people that come across my content initially are deterred by it. Because it's presumed as pessimistic. It's looked at as negative, when really it's just the truth. I say it all the time. I'm not concerned about the highlights of anything. I'm only concerned if I'm investing into a business, if I'm investing into something, I want to know the pitfalls. I want to know the stuff to avoid. I want to know the stuff if something I'm going to be faced with, I want to learn the shit that I need to navigate through. I know how to sustain when things are good. If things are good, if the shit ain't broke, don't fix the shit. That's simple. That's cut and dry. I reacted to the video of the lady last night. And sure enough, I knew once I went to bed and woke up, I got a bunch of people that watch the content throughout the night that's driving early in the morning and shit like that. I knew once I got up, I knew it was going to be some negative shit and some people that disagreed. And even when I challenged them people, they just don't respond. You know why they don't respond? You know why there's never a response? You know why nobody won't call that number, the 13% that say no, it's possible? You know why they won't call 312-772-5483? It's because they're saying no, it's possible from a hope, but not a logic. Because if there was a logical way to do it, they would call in and debate it and denounce what I'm saying, and they prove it. In their mind, it can happen. In their mind, you can go to a 3PL like that lady said last night and say, hey, I just want a contract. No insurance, no vehicle, no money, no nothing. All right, what's your name and your address? Here's a contract. And matter of fact, here's $3,000. Now go get the vehicle, because she said the contract are the money. So 13% is saying it's possible. So I'm asking the 13% how, where, and who. People are getting cooked right now. Rent is high, groceries high, cars are record high, credit card debt is exploding, repos are exploding. We saw foreclosures going up last year. Jobs are laying off. Technology is replacing jobs. Automation is replacing jobs. AI is replacing jobs. People are tired of clocking in for whatever reason. I don't know. We're in this whole economy where people just don't want to work anymore. So people are starting to search for miracles. People are coming to the internet in record numbers for the past couple of years, searching for these miracles. How to start this, how to start that, how to be my own boss, how to start a box truck, how to start this. And then more so, they're looking for things. What attracts them, I should say, are things that have no to low barrier of entry. The no to low barrier entry is where people go first, because most of the people that are coming don't really got shit. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying it for what it is. Just look at the economy. Look what's going on right now. These are the last people that should be starting a business. And because they operating off desperation, just about what they doing as far as they search, they make decisions based off emotion instead of logic. They're desperate, emotional. So there's no logic. The logic is out the window. So that's why when they're consuming some shit like that, the contract are the money. First of all, grammatically, that doesn't even sound. The grammar is not like it's not even right. What the lady was saying, the contracts are the money. That's not even right. You know what I'm saying? From a English proficiency, grammatic, like it's not right. Logic goes out the window. So if I'm consuming that, even as an ignorant novice, what's going to trigger me? And I'm a little bit different. Why? Because I grew up with wisdom around me, grandparents, older parents, right, with a lot of wisdom. What's first thing that's going to be triggering me is a saying: if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. In almost 46 years of living, everything that sounded too good to be true, it turned out to be so. Every single thing. I haven't seen one thing that I've come across in all my years that sounded too good to be true, and it actually was. One time, I saw people come into this industry in 2020, 2021, and that was it. And that was because of a Black Swan event. Even with other assets during that time, other markets during that time, and that was all due to that Black Swan event. Another time where I saw things too good to be true, but I wasn't financially sound as I am now, was after 2008, after the housing market crash, where you could go out and buy a single family home for $10,000. You could go out and buy a 2 or 3 flat for $20,000, $30,000 because there was just so many available, because so many people lost their homes. It was a once in a lifetime thing due to a Black Swan event, an economic collapse. Right now, we're in a place of desperation. With a mindset of people influenced by social media that they should be their own boss. They shouldn't work. And guess what? The algorithm knows it. That's why every year around certain times of year, around tax time and shit like that, you get this type of shit. And it just don't be one. You start to see a bunch of new people push it. And then they'll be gone in 4 or 5 months. You won't see them no more. Why? Because people know people about to come into a large lump sum of money around taxes. And What I can tell you from producing content in this space for 4 years is you're going to see a bunch of new entrants right around March or April. Y'all see it all the time. The most viral clips from those call-in shows happened in March and April of the last 2 years. Those were tax entrants that thought fat meat wasn't greasy. They took their tax money, came in because they believe shit like what they seeing now. And then the trickle down effect comes to Big Mark. Man, Mark, I need your help. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Mark?
What up? What is Ty?
It's your boy Romeo.
What is Ty?
It's Romeo.
Who is Romeo?
You can't get in with under 1,000.
Man, it's Ty.
It's called come in with a job.
Man, hold on. What's your name, big dog?
It's Romeo.
Where you from?
Cleveland.
Man, what's up, Joe?
No, you can't come in with under 1,000. You got to get a job. That's the only way to come in with no credit, no money. What's he say? No truck. That's the only way.
So you saying basically they got to get a job?
Yeah, they got to get a job. That's the only way to come in with no money.
To come into what? So
And
get
then-
the job, run the money up, and then start the business? What you saying?
No, that's the only way, period. You can come in with no money.
You just basically saying just get a job.
Yeah.
Well, we know that already, big
You can't
dog.
come in with no cash.
We know that already.
But then
go ahead.
But then you got people saying you could come in with $10,000 though. They slow because that ain't gonna work neither. Cause number one, they gonna go get online. They gonna go to Penske. They gonna get them the quote. They gonna come in. They gonna walk up to the counter and say, "I'm here for my rental truck." They gonna go in there. They gonna say, "All right, give me $2,000 for the down payment." And there's all this stuff on the low end. So they gonna come in. They gonna get them the $2,000 for the down payment on the truck, and then they gonna say, "All right, what you trying to do?" They gonna look at your authority. Oh, first off, you got to get that first. You got to get your authority. You got to make sure you got insurance.
In order for the authority to go after, you need what?
You need a truck, and you need a truck.
And what else? In order for your authority to go active, you need what? Active what?
You need an active DOT.
The deal, that's part of your authority. In order for your authority to go active, you need what? What needs to be active? There you go.
Insurance.
There you go.
So you
and that
so you
comes
gonna,
with
you
what?
gonna get on.
That
So
comes with
you
what?
know, people they gonna get online.
It comes
they
with
gonna
what?
get online. They gonna
Comes
go
with
do
what?
it by
It comes with a
themselves.
cost, right? It comes with a cost, right?
Right.
And most
Right.
down payments are over $1,000.
They way over 1,000 right now. They waxing people
Right.
for insurance right now.
So
And it used to be like 2,000, but no, now they got people paying like $5. They got people paying like $5.
I already know.
We just seen it the other day. Somebody just called in. They was paying like $5 for the down payment.
I know.
And you know they ain't using no broker. They gonna get online by themselves. They gonna call the agent. They gonna say, yeah, we can get you. What's your name? Where you operating out of? They gonna get them the fake little the VIN number to the truck. Then they gonna give them the down payment. That's gonna be over $5 most people, but on the low end probably like 3,000. Now you already at 5 racks. You ain't even get no equipment for the truck. You ain't really did too much. You know, most people they gonna want to put a driver in there. But let's say you come in under 5. Let's say you come in under 5. You got your authority. You got to get your ELD subscription. You got to get your load board subscription. You got to get all this stuff. So I'm not understanding how you coming in with 10,000, and then you go, all right. Let's say you get the truck, you get all this stuff.
Sound like you venting.
Then
Sound like you venting.
no, I ain't venting.
This what it sound like. This sound personal. This sound personal.
So, look, it's cool though. Look. Then you come in, you got everything, all right, you good. You get on the load board after you get your truck. You looking at the loads. You saying, oh, this load look good right here. This about to pay me. It's about to pay me $160 a mile. I'm making $1,000 off this load. Oh man. You call them, they about to tell you hop on the phone, oh, what's your DOT number? You get on your DOT number, they hang up on you. You call back, oh man, you can't even get through no more. They already on the line with somebody else. All you hear is do. So now you pick up the phone like, all right, but maybe that was a fluke. You see another one on the board. Oh, this one better than the last one. So you get through to them, you call them. This one paying like $1,500. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You get on there with them. They ask you for your DOT number. You get them your DOT number. You think you get somewhere. They say, oh man, look, it looks like your authority is not aged enough. You like, oh man.
How long did you last in the business?
Romeo, my name Romeo. I lasted.
I didn't know what your name was. Actually, how long did you last?
I've never been in the business.
Hey, Ty, why is you up here playing, bro?
I'm not playing.
Man, I know your voice, bro. You got a very distinctive voice. You got a very distinctive voice, man. I ain't never heard nobody that got your same voice.
I'm calling in on an anonymous.
Look, man, I agree with you, bro, and I know you saw it firsthand that what a lot of people be out here saying is cap. So I get it. I'm with you. It's not possible. I'm waiting. I want to talk to somebody that's telling me it is, because there's some people, it's 10% that say it is, and I want to know how.
I want 5.0 to part of it. Tell me how he could do it with under 10.
You said who?
I mean, do it with 10.
Who?
5.0. He said he could do it with 10.
I'm waiting for him to call up.
You could start the business with 10. You can.
Listen. That LLC ain't no business, bro. Paying $150 for an LLC, that ain't no business. Just because you got an LLC don't mean you got a business, bro. A lot of people think that when they go and they get the LLC with the Secretary of State, they think, oh, I just started my business. I see a lot of that. Nah, bro, that's not a business, especially as it pertains to this industry. Anybody with 150 can go do that. So we not classifying that. We talking about active in the business, up and running. That's what I want to know. How can you start with no to $1,000? We only tailoring this towards the previous content that's coming up that people have been sending me that we've been reacting to. It's tailored specifically for that. We want to know how to start with no to $1,000.
That's impossible.
I mean, I agree with you, but you got some people that's 10% saying it's possible, but they won't tell me how.
Hey, you can get in the movement with 1,000.
You can, but not legally, but it's easier to start under the table with moving than it is for these things, right? Because these things are contract. The lady last night saying medical, auto parts, going through 3PLs. Let's look at it from logical. You ran and you owned, or you were a large shareholder in the 3PL. Would you just hand over your client's freight to just a person who came in and just had a name and an address? They didn't have a vehicle. They didn't have an authority. They didn't have insurance. They didn't have no money. And we just give them a contract. There's no, what's the word I'm looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh man, what's the fucking word? It's right on the tip of my tongue. The shit that you need to come into the business, as far as the truck, the insurance, and shit like that. So do you think a logistics company is going to just hand a person a contract with nothing. They're just going to hand them freight with nothing.
Hell no.
All right, then. So you got people 10% saying it's possible.
Your first year, they're not even going to hand you that.
Well, nobody's going to. Listen, if I was the owner of a 3PL and Lowe's gave me a regional contract, there's going to be criteria. That's the word I'm looking for. There's going to be a level of there's going to be a certain criteria that I'm going to demand from any and everybody that comes in and applies to run this contract. Why? Because I'm liable. I have to report to the retailer, and I want my relationship to stay well with the retailer because I'm making 50%. I'm taking 50%. So if I'm making 50% just from doing a paper shuffle and being able to do presentations, right, and keep a high service level, and I'm reporting back to, let's say, Lowe's every quarter, and the service level is high because of the type of contractors that I'm hiring, there's no issues, I'm not going to just hand that shit over to anybody. I'm damn sure ain't going to hand it over to a person who can't even supply me the service that I need in the first place. If you come to me, like the lady said, you don't got a truck, why would I give you a contract? If you don't got insurance, why would I trust you with millions of dollars in freight over a period of time, right?
Right.
And not cover my ass. Why would I do that? So when I see people that look at this shit and say it's possible, like that shit it be blowing me how ignorant people are and why they fall for this shit. Like that's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Stupid.
So
yeah, 9 times out of 10, they got a business name like Get It Out the Mud Trucking LLC. Like, they're not about to give you that freight.
Hell no.
Man, people got it messed up, man.
That should be blowing me, bro. Like I don't, and it don't bother me, bro. It just blows my mind how people, and I be trying not to call people stupid, bro. But every year, bro, this shit be happening. Let me take this call, bro. Let me take this call.
All right.
Yo.
Mark.
What up? Who that?
This 5.0.
What up? Tell me, big dog, because you in the chat.
Okay, look. You know my plan already. So this is not what I'm saying I'm gonna do. That's where Beats is getting it messed up. All right. This is the debate that we were having. It's how are they saying that, you know what I'm saying, that they can start like this. The only way to start with that amount of money, 0 to 1,000, like you said, is if you get hired 1099 contractor and they just so happen to give you a company truck, which is very unlikely. That's the only way. And then you're going to have to put money away and start, you know what I'm saying? The only way to get in this business.
Okay, let's role play this. Let's role play this. You get hired to who as a 1099 contractor?
That's why I'm saying it's very unlikely. I don't even know who would hire you as a 1099 contractor with no vehicle.
Okay, so there's some final mile companies that are struggling with keeping contractors now because of the high cost. Here, and this is even the guy from the final mile who's saying this shit. This is the reason why I'm finna dispute this. You know why some final mile companies have gone out and sourced trucks and say, yo, if you got an authority, you can use our truck and we'll charge you a fee every settlement, or we won't charge you a fee, but you got to have your authority and you got to cover the cost of fuel and shit like that. And then we'll charge you from the insurance out your settlement through SEI or Open Force. You know why they're doing that? Why? You know why they have had to go from, and I know you're younger, you're 24, so you don't remember when most big box retailers service their own deliveries. You don't remember Montgomery Wards and Sears and shit back in the day. They had their own trucks. Around the late 90s or early 2000s, a lot of the big box retailers that don't exist anymore started to go to a third party, right? Because they eliminated the cost that was associated with the final mile. The final mile is the most expensive leg of the transportation system. It's the most expensive leg, and also it's the leg that comes with the most liability because you're crossing the threshold. You're going into a home. The reason why 3PLs are going backwards now before they go all the way back. Home Depot, for the most part, is going all the way back. But they're putting this last little thing in there where we're going to rent the truck, we're going to buy the truck, and we're just going to let you run it under your authority, is because they can't onboard enough owner-operators that can meet the cost of operation in today's time.
Right. It's not realistic with that amount of money, not at all.
Exactly. So
the minimum, I think the minimum, and it's not even, I wouldn't even start with 10,000, but the minimum, like if you just could somehow scrape up 10,000, and if that's all you can scrape up, I would suggest anybody not do that. Because if you aren't by yourself, like you said, and able to fucking live off the land, then it's just not for you, $10,000. But minimum $10,000, you can start with 10, but that's just not realistic. If you can get 10, you can get 20. So why wouldn't you just wait?
So you saying it's not possible? You saying it's not possible?
It's possible if you by yourself, like you know what I'm saying?
How?
But because you could get your truck financed. If you don't got credit, you got 10.
We're gonna slow walk this. We got time.
Okay, so look, I'll go through it.
How you gonna get the truck financed? Used. We talking about a used truck, right?
Right, a used truck finance.
So we talking about $0 to $1,000 based on these content creators.
Yeah, I know.
You go buy a used truck finance.
0 to 1,000.
You go buy a used truck finance. Where we buying it from? Hold on, we're gonna slow walk it. We got time.
Okay. I don't got that long, but
okay, but anywhere you go buy a used commercial truck, you're gonna have to probably put a down payment.
Yeah, 0 to 2,500.
All right, so that eliminates the no money to $1,000 theory, right?
Yeah, no, I was saying though, like $0 to $1,000, the only way is 1099, and so happen they give you a vehicle, and you know what I'm saying. If you get hired like that, like a fuel card or something, but that's the only way.
Okay, so even if you go through a 3PL where they're sourcing you the vehicle, they're charging you for the insurance through SEI or Open Force, you get that out the settlement. Insurance, you're going through SEI, Open Force, you get that out the settlement. There's still, you got to have your authority, you got to have your equipment, right? There's a cost associated with that.
I don't know that side of it. I only know.
But then there's also a fuel cost. You know. There's a fuel cost. And what do we know when you onboard for a contract? And see, this is what I'm saying when these people be saying this shit, there's no way they could operate because you're going to run for at least 3 weeks before you get your first settlement.
Yeah, it don't make sense. You wouldn't be able to start how you're saying, like 3PL and shit. No way. But you could start 1099 contractor like a doc to doc. But even then, it's very unlikely that somebody's going to give you a truck.
Who's giving you a truck for OTR? Who's giving you a truck for OTR?
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be very likely. You might find some weirdo on Facebook or something.
Some weirdo on Facebook that just gives you a truck to do OTR. Then that sounds like you an employee.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to work. It's not. If you're thinking about it like that, you probably should not be thinking about doing this.
Oh, there we go. I guess me and you agree.
You
just trolling.
Like I was explaining, Dude wanted me to explain how you could start with 10.
I think 10 is possible for a person who really understands that they have the right guidance.
Right. Like, you can get all your, inspection, DOT, business bank account, your LLC, your down payment might be anywhere from $1,900 to $3,000 for your insurance. You got like a $2,000 cash buffer, $2,000 for your fuel for the first week. But for the first 4 weeks, like, you can't pay yourself because if anything happened in the next month after that, you're done. You're immediately shut down. So even a starter, so if somebody come put a starter in your shit, you're done. Mm-hmm. Like you're just not gonna make it.
Yeah, I think 10,000 now possibility because I would say 10,000 is possible dependent. Like the more ignorant you are, the more naive you are. If you don't have the right person holding your hand to help you navigate around the learning curve, those people require more working capital initially. If I lost everything today and I had to re-enter into the industry and I was down to my last 10,000, I could do it successfully. But a person who is completely oblivious to just the understanding of how this works and how to navigate. 10,000, like I've literally, the guy who just hung up went through
Gone.
10,000 in 2 weeks. The little guy who just hung up
Gone.
before, he went through 10,000 in 2 weeks. He was in and out in 2 weeks. He was out. I've talked to a
Gone.
multitude of people like that.
That's why I say those first 4 weeks you cannot pay yourself. If you pay yourself anything of that money you made, you're done. You might as well forget it because you're never going to get caught up. The maintenance is building up. You know, as you're driving, you got to maintenance that truck that month because you're driving. So out of that maintenance, then what if the tire blow? Anything small like that, you're done. So just imagine you blow your engine. How you gonna get home? You fucking stuck in Colorado.
So let's be honest though. Even with the $10,000 entry point, that's not a person who's coming in with owned equipment
with a family.
Right. That's a person who's coming in renting the truck. That's a person who's coming in renting the truck.
I would suggest anybody trying to come in this day and age, do not rent a truck. That is the main way you go out of business. If you rent a truck, it's just ignorant. It's cheaper to lease a truck, even if you get if you have a low credit and you get a high ass insurance rate. You know, Boxer Bros, you remember how much he said his interest was on his first truck? 47%.
Yeah, I remember he said that.
That is fucking insane. And he said he paid the truck off or whatever, but even if your insurance rate is higher, you know, you could double up your payments and pay that truck off really quick. But then again, it takes like discipline and knowing your costs. If you coming in and you haven't did your research, you're gone. You're done. Like you said, $10,000 will go quick for somebody who don't know what they're doing. But I would suggest if you can get 10, you can get 20. So do not come in until you ready to put up with the turbulence, you know. And in this day and age, I would suggest everybody age their authority, because the way they're cracking down on like the ages, it sounds like you're going to get a whole lot of freight that you want and shit, but you're really going to be dealing with like TQL and the bottom of the barrel and shit like that. So if you're cool with driving across the country, then.
Let me ask you this, because you're 24, right?
Right.
And your mindset is a little bit different than most of the people I talk to in your age.
I told you. I tried to tell you that the first time. I'm a whole lot more intelligent than you perceive me to be at my age.
No, I'm giving you the credit. What I'm going to ask you is, why is it that your peer... Maybe I asked you this the other day, so excuse me if I did. If we talked about it, then you don't got to just refer me back and I'll go rewatch the content. Why is it that a lot of your peers in your generation want instant gratification, and why is it so hard for them to grab onto logic?
Social media. It's all social media. I'm telling you, they watching this shit. Like I told you, how all these apps, you notice how you just swipe with the thumb? It's an addiction. They just keep swiping, and they just keep seeing shit that they like. Oh, this person got Louis. This person just got a Lambo. He's 19. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these people out here, they don't have the cards to be thinking that way. You got to go out and build your foundation and do that shit on your own. But they thinking, how can I do this fast? How can I do it this so I can go out and get a Louis bag and this and that? And honestly, if you don't got the silver spoon like some of these people's kids, like King and them, you know, T.I.'s son, you can't be thinking like that. You got to go out and get and change your cards to get the right cards for your situation, and stay down until you can come up, like I said. But you know, some of these people was rolling down what's his name with 422s wanging.
That was me. But you talking about 26 years ago, big dog. The guy who
I'm just messing with you.
No, I know. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this before you go. What do you forecast in the next 5 to 6 years? The next 5 to 6, you'll be 29, 30. So from your peers that are coming to their 30s, the next 5 to 6 years, with the current mindset, the way they look at things now, does it get worse? Does it get better? What do you think?
Honestly, every time I talk to somebody my age, I feel like I outsmart all of them. So that's why I kind of spit game on them, and I tell them, if y'all don't want to go to college and read books, you need to go do a skilled trade. Because skilled trades pay 6 figures, and it's just a course. It's hands-on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I tell all of them. But honestly, I don't know. A lot of people still at home.
You know what's funny? I read an article the other day. Yesterday,
Skilled
actually.
trades is going out of business.
I read an article yesterday that Walmart store managers right now currently are making up to $620,000 a year. I mean, it's a very tough job. It's very demanding. You know, you're gonna.
I guarantee you that my production supervisor job is 3 times as hard as a fucking Walmart store manager job,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't make that much money. So
yeah.
I
So
don't make enough. To say the truth.
yeah, there's a lot of jobs out here. People just don't want to work.
Mhm.
They think they're being their own bosses.
If you're gonna work more being your own boss
Absolutely.
than you would going and clocking in.
Absolutely.
You have to. So when you're done driving, what do you think you're doing? Sitting at home? You got to do numbers.
You gotta do numbers. Yeah,
If
absolutely.
this lane worked good, this lane didn't work good. But if I turn and go north, that lane gonna pay me an extra $1. So I gotta go north next time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have to do this every week, or you're going to go out of business. You're gonna look up, and you paid $3,000 in gas because you went. You know what I'm saying? Where the mountains are, and the fucking air pushing back on the box, and you wasted a whole lot more gas than you thought. So I'm not where I should be right now. So I'm probably not gonna go back that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to stay more towards like the Midwest or something because I don't got enough money to be paying that much in gas. But people don't do their own research, bro. That's why I was telling people in the chat, do your own research.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you for calling in, young brother.
For sure, brother. I'll talk to you.
All right, man. Later. All right. We still waiting on the it's possible. It's going down the percentage because I don't know, people changing their vote and more people voting the other way. But now that we got way more votes than we did early on, it's pretty much damn near unanimous for the most part. Now I understand that my audience, resonates more with me. Like you'll be surprised, like the creators that are still active in the space, we all have different audiences. It's amazing, like how we have completely different audiences in such a small niche. So I kind of understand it, but even still, there's some lonely souls of 7% that said no, it's possible, but they cannot produce the logic on how. In the years that I've been asking this, no one can tell me how. Nobody. Nobody can tell me how to make this miracle happen. This whole start with nothing, and this is when that crowd shows up every time around this time of the year. And to be honest with you, it's not because they care about you. Because if they cared about you, they wouldn't sell you this idea throughout the whole video. And then at the end of the video, tell you to click the link in the description. They got to play for you. You see me kick it with you all the time. I let you call. I answer questions. When I talk to people in the Discord, I sit up here for hours. Because if you have the answers, you'll do it for free. If you got the answers, why do you need a desperate person's money? If you're selling desperation and you don't need no money, how do you turn around at the end and tell them to tap in and buy something from you? The whole point of the video that they telling is for free because it's fucked up, but then they want you to spend money with them. So it don't make sense to me, bro. And I just really want to know, I really want to be educated, but nobody wants this. The few people don't want to educate Big Mark. Hold on, let me text it back. Your desperation, the people that fall victim to this shit, the people when I watch this shit and I see them in the comment section and they be asking the questions and they gonna tap in and they don't understand that they're the business plan. Their desperation is the plan, the business plan. Every video ends the same way. Link in bio, join my program, buy the blueprint, DM me, van and I'll show you how. And I just don't understand it. If it's simple and you're trying to help me, why do I gotta pay you $200? Why is it you the only person? If everything else is free, why is it that I gotta pay you? Word games, $1,000, low barrier to entry is what gets you sold. The low barrier to entry hope, the hope of starting something that you can call your own, and then you can fit in this social, this category of people who are entrepreneurs who are just, what's going on in the world from an economic standpoint doesn't affect them because you have a business that's just generating income. No, it doesn't work like that, bro. It doesn't work like that. The only thing that I'm telling you that you can do in logistics for under $1,000 in logistics is a side hustle or gigging. That's it. Gigging, you can pretty much start with your car. You can start with your car, and even that is going to require you to have insurance and some fuel money. I don't know if all these gigs pay the same day. But anything else you do in logistics that you could start for under $1,000 is going to be side hustles, things that you can do on Thumbtack, things that you can do on Craigslist. Maybe if you got a older cargo van or older box truck or older pickup truck, maybe some type of delivery. But other than that, from a licensed legal standpoint, the things that are required for you to even be legitimate to go and get these contracts like these people are saying is going to cost you more than $1,000 just to be legitimate. I don't know, bro. Like it happens. We're going to talk about it. We talked about it. The number is open. Over here, I'm totally against it. I'm totally against it. I know the type of people that come into this business. People that come into this business are trying to get to the next level. People that come to me all the time that you see on the channel that say, Mark, I got $200,000, $300,000 to play with. What do you hear me say? Why you want to start a box truck business then? You at a point where your money could be working for you with less hassle, less liability. A person that's starting to a box truck business, because here's the thing, here's the honest to God truth. In comparison to a lot of other businesses, the box truck business, the cargo van business is low barrier to entry to other businesses, but not low barrier to entry like they making it zero, no money down. When I say low barrier to entry, like if you got $25,000, $30,000, you can come into the business. Versus opening up a restaurant, it might require you to have 6 figures. Depending, you got to do build out, you got to get licensing, you got to have staff, you got to factor shrinkage. You got to factor marketing at the beginning. Starting a box truck business in comparison to opening up a restaurant is day and night. It's low barrier to entry in comparison to that. Starting a box truck business in comparison to starting a fitness gym, even a modest fitness gym, way low barrier to entry. Your equipment is going to be over $20,000 to put the gym together. All the equipment. Hello.
Yo, quick question.
Yeah.
So is it possible to make the 10,000 work? Say if I have a family member that was in the box truck business previously, and the company he was hauling furniture for actually offered him a office position, making pretty good money. So now he's been having a box truck just sitting there, and he's willing to let me use it pretty much free of charge. So with that being said, do you think would I be able to make the 10,000 work in that regard? I want to do the same thing he was doing, hauling furniture, doing furniture locally.
Like what? For who? Who was he doing it for?
I forgot the name of the furniture company. It's not like a big chain. It's
Let me ask you this: did it require two people to be on the truck daily?
It did.
Okay, so depending on if he's giving you the truck for free, that's the biggest cost. Whoever's calling is from the 708 number. You gotta wait till I get off the phone with him. You keep calling, but I'm on the phone with him, so that's the biggest cost, right? So now that you got that out the way and he's not, charging you for it, once you get it insured, obviously, depending, that should be under 10 grand. Hopefully there's equipment there that he had, right? You probably won't have to purchase equipment. So now you got your authority, right? You got to get, you gotta have enough money.
I'm thinking he will even. I haven't really asked him yet, but I'm thinking he would probably let me run under his authority
you gotta have money for fuel, and then you have to have money to float your helper because you're probably not gonna get paid for 3 weeks. There's gonna be a holding. You're gonna come in, right? Then there's gonna be a week they're gonna hold, so you're not gonna get your first settlement most likely for 3 weeks. But your helper, you're gonna probably have to pay him weekly. So that means you're going to have to float the fuel and you're going to have to float the cost of labor, right?
Right.
So could 10,000 work? Yeah, it's a possibility in your case because you already got the truck. But now you got to factor in claims. Claims is a thing that can be detrimental in that industry. So now you could work your first settlement period, but you might have had 3 claims. Like literally, I had a guy in my Discord. His first month, he generated about 20 grand, 22,000 final amount. 18,000 of it was claims.
Damn. Wow.
You know what the hell he was doing? Was his first month. 22,000 in gross revenue. 18,000 of it was claims.
Wow. That's crazy.
So, and then now what?
Right.
So in your situation, I don't know. If I was fucked up and I had to start all over again, I was down to my last 10, I could do it. But I got years of experience, so I know what to do, what not to do. I would know, how to train a person.
Right.
I know.
See, what about, because me, I do got skin in the game as far as just logistics in general. I'm 27 years old, but I've been having my CDL since I was 19. I've been driving. I've been over the road. I've done everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I know how logistics work. I even worked for a company that was allowing me to book my own loads. Like I was an owner op. It was a small mom and pop company. So I got some skin in the game. I got some knowledge. Even as far as training, I drove for Walmart for a few years. I've trained people. So I know what, I'm like I said, I'm 27 years old. I'm a single father, and it's hard to balance trying to start up a business with, balancing everything that I got going on in life too. So it's like, damn, I get to that 10,000 mark and it's like, can I make it happen or not? But I don't want to lose everything.
So you just said something very key. You just said something key. You said balance. You said you're having a hard time balancing things now. Well, at least with a job, you're more on a schedule. When you own a business, you're not on it. You can put yourself on a schedule, but you have to meet the demands of the business. So if the business comes calling, it's up to you to meet the demands of it. As an employee, your employer may require you to meet the demands of it. That's something that I learned many, many years ago when I was working for a company. I worked for the Gap when I was in college, and they would always say, man, we need you to meet the demands of the business. Mark, I need you to come out the stock room. The floor is busy. We need the salespeople to sell. Can you ring on the register? I need you to meet the needs of the business, right? So as an owner, guess what? You can require certain things, but the shit all falls on you. You always got to meet the needs of the needs of the business. So work-life balance, this whole new shit that I never heard of until like the pandemic, that shit doesn't exist for an owner. That doesn't exist for an entrepreneur. There's no such thing as work-life balance when you own a business. If the business comes calling, I don't give a fuck if you in the middle of fucking.
Right.
If you got some trucks out and they need you and a fucking truck is broke down, you got to stop what you doing.
That's facts.
Ain't no such thing as a balance, right? So that's something that you need to keep in mind. If balance is currently something that you're juggling with now, when it comes to business, then there's no such thing. You can get work-life balance out your head.
Right. Yes, sir. I understand that. So, what about, because I know you said something about not getting your first settlement to 3 weeks later. Like, is there any factoring companies that will, like, can you use a factoring company when you're doing furniture?
Factor final mile, big dog. That's for OTR guys.
Okay.
If you can't hold out the first 3 weeks to get the pay every week, then that tells me a lot. Final mile, you getting paid once a week for the most part.
Right.
If you can't hold out 3 weeks, big dog, then that's telling me a lot. You ain't ready.
Right.
If you ain't got 3 weeks,
Yeah, I probably ain't.
right. If you can't thug it out for 3 weeks, then nah, big dog. Why would you factor? We like you getting paid every week. That's just like an Amazon relay. They get paid, what is it, every Thursday, some shit like that. Like they don't factor.
Mm-hmm.
I've never factored ever.
Oh, okay. So I probably need to double what I got. Just save 20 to 25. Because my bills, my personal bills is $4,000 a month. So I can't go that. I couldn't.
Well,
10,000. That's already half of that
I'm gonna
gone.
be honest with you. That's that. Now you. What are you expecting to make from Final Mile? How much you expect?
He told me that I'll gross $4,500 a week working 6 days a week.
Okay, now how much of that you think you gonna be able to pay yourself?
As long as I could pay myself $1,500 a week. Because I know I could probably pay myself more than that, but I want to put everything else back into the business.
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. So if you gonna pay yourself $1,500, how much you gonna pay your worker?
Damn. Yeah.
How much you gonna pay the helper?
Oh,
we out here now. You said $1,500. So how much you gonna pay the helper, big dog?
I was thinking $700 a week.
So you gonna pay yourself $1,500. You gonna pay him $700. So we at $2,200 all in, right?
Right.
Now he's telling you you're gonna average $4,500. So that's leaving you $2,300.
Right.
All right. So how much fuel you think? Did he tell you how much his routes was burning? What about insurance?
Nah.
What about claims? What about cash flow?
Right.
What about quarterlies?
Taxes, maintenance.
What about maintenance? What about quarterlies?
Right.
So now you got to pay yourself $1,500 because your cost of living on the personal side is $4.
Right.
So that's $1,000 a week.
Facts.
It's a lot for one truck, big dog.
Damn. So would you think I should try to start off with 2? Get that one he got and get another one?
Because you don't know how to run one. So you going to come in struggling with 2 because you're going to struggle with 1. Two doesn't mean more money. It could mean double the loss. Most people that come in going to lose at the beginning. So now if you come in with 2, you just doubled it.
Even somebody like me that's been in the logistics industry for a while,
bro, you talking Final Mile. Somebody come in that other truck, they fuck up my brand new $4,000 wash tower. Who you think gonna pay for it? Because when you come to me and you dinged it at the door, I'm gonna refuse it.
Right.
And then they're gonna charge you for it.
I hear you on that.
So where's the cushion at?
Amen.
All right then. So if your cost of living is $4, that means that truck got to pay you $1,000, and that's not likely. Now you're gonna have a broke business because you're robbing from the sustainability to cover your cost of living.
Right.
4,000, you know, from me just talking to people in this content space, your cost of living is higher than a lot of people I talk. I've had people come up here and say their cost of living is 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Yours is 4. Mine is more than that. You must live in where do you live?
I'm at Oklahoma City.
Oh, so you must live in a nice little luxury apartment or something, or you got a Hellcat or something.
No, I got I got 5 kids. I'm a single father, and I got
That's all I need to know, because Oklahoma City, $4,000 is a lot for Oklahoma City. So you just said you got 5 kids and you 27?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've been busy, big dog. You've been busy. So that's where all your money going.
All right.
So I don't know, big dog. Like I can't, just based off the numbers you giving me, like I'm gonna be honest with you, pulling $1,000 out of that truck a week to you, it's not gonna really have much for cash flow, bro.
Right.
So
So just to sum it all up,
lie to you.
What you think I So just to sum it all up, you think I should probably, for one, I know I need more than 10 to start. I probably need at least 20.
I would say you need more than that, bro, based off what you just told me now.
Right.
You know, you got 5
I
kids.
need to try
You
to
got
minimize
5.
some of my personal.
Listen, you got 5 kids, so that means you can't fail.
No, that's not an option.
All right, so then you need more. You need your risk tolerance is low. So the lower your risk tolerance, the more buffer you need.
Right.
Do you understand what that means? What I just said?
Yeah, you need. Yeah, I know exactly.
Risk tolerance, the higher the buffer.
Right.
You ain't a person that can go out with a modest, entry. You know what I'm saying? And try your best, and if you fail, it's just you. You could live like a Viking, but if you got 5 other people that depend on you, then you have a lower
room. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So your risk is, you have a lower, risk tolerance.
Right.
Versus a person who is 27, let's say, who still lives at home, who has the same amount of money, who can reinvest more back into the business because he lives at home. Only thing he's responsible for is a cell phone bill. He has no kids, no nothing. He doesn't even, that work life, that balance that you now understand why that word is in your vocabulary. See, that other person that's your peer, he doesn't have to worry about balance. All he has to worry about is work. The 3PL say, yo, we want to run you 6 days. He says, okay. The 3PL says, yo, can you stay later and do a recovery from another truck? We'll pay you another $1,000. He's going to say, okay. And guess what? The majority of that money is getting reinvested back to the business because he has no living expenses because he still lives at home. He has no children.
Right. So at this point, it's looking like I might, because I had kids young. He said about 10 more years, my kids would be grown. I might as well just wait till they grown, and then just.
Yeah, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just giving you the information that you need to make a more well-informed decision. Because I understand a lot of people that watch my content, they really don't understand business. So that's why I put the risk assessment in front of you to assess your risk, to see what you can tolerate. But 5 kids, your tolerance is very low.
Right. That's real. I ain't gonna stay on here too long. I'm about to clock into work, but I appreciate it. I just came across your content a few days ago, and that's the reason why I've been watching your videos, because it seemed like you actually keeping it real versus a lot of other people just saying stuff for clicks. Because I'm not in the game yet, but I've been in the logistics industry for a while, so I can tell what's bullshit and what's not, and I can tell that you keep it 100. So appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep, for sure.
Yep. All right, whoever that 708 number that called a bunch of times, you can call back, or that 609. 708 called a few times. Like three or four times. You can call back, or that 609. I'm only gonna take one or two more calls, then I gotta go. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah, everybody is gonna be different. So yeah. So basically, going back to what I was saying while waiting for this last person or two to call in is a lot of people that's selling you this shit, they preying on your desperation. They preying on your emotion. They want you to run off emotion. And like what I've come to learn, and I keep showcasing, because all this is real life case studies for people who are coming into the business, future people that come in. It's documented case studies of what not to do. And a lot of people just don't use logic. A lot of people, if you look around, I'm the only person that talks numbers. And you know why? Because if you can't, and I say this all the time, even if I wanted to do it, it wouldn't work for me, because by me talking numbers, by me talking operational costs, by me talking cost per mile, by me talking like how I did with him, a risk assessment, right? Numbers and reality, it kills the fantasy. Listen to the conversation, and he respected it. So shout out to him, but I'm just using it as an example because it's the most recent. Listen to the shift in the tonality in the conversation. It went from inquisitive and optimistic to, not saying he's still not optimistic, but once we assessed the situation, the reality kicked in and the tonality, it shifted. Because there's things that a lot of people who are coming into business, they don't think about. They don't know how to assess it, because the people that's selling them the idea, that's selling them the fantasy, either they don't understand this or they don't do it purposely. Because if you talk reality, it's going to deter you from what they want you to buy at the end, which is the sales funnel. You cannot do a sales funnel at the end of content given reality. You have to sell the fantasy. You have to. I could have 100,000 subscribers and a person who has 1,000 subscribers. If we sold a product, if we sold it, the same identical product, and I got 100,000 subscribers, I do a live stream every day with an average of 100 people, which in this space is really, really good. People you see in this space, they can't even get 10 people. So let's say I had 100,000 people. I do a live stream Monday through Friday with 100 people active. And I sold the same product as the person with 1,000 subscribers. But I presented it the way I present the realistic shit that you really need versus the fantasy. That person with far less subscribers would sell more products than me. Because people buy into fantasy, they don't buy into reality. Reality kills the fantasy. Just listen to how the tonality changed. Once he told me his cost of living and we got to the root of why the cost per living was where it was, I could break down the numbers. From the being experienced in this industry, and realistic, no. You're going to rob from the sustainability of the business is going to be broken. Then eventually a breakdown, a claim, quarterlies, and the money is just not going to be there because you've had to suffice your cost of living due to, the personal decisions you made. And it's not saying it's right or wrong. It's just the reality of it. It is what it is. And that's why I gave him another scenario in comparison as far as another person who at that age whose cost of living is totally different. That person can reinvest back into the business. That person can absorb the learning curve a lot more because they're able to reinvest majority, if not all, of the money at the initial phases of starting a business back into the business so they can absorb those learning costs. Whereas this person can't. He can't absorb anything. He can't fail. So he needs a bigger buffer. He needs a bigger buffer at entry point because his risk tolerance is way different. It's like day and night versus a person his age, another person his age. All right, we're going to take that last call. What was it? The 708, the 609, or the 347. First come, first serve. Yo.
Big news. Mitch just launched.
Yo.
Hello?
Yo, what up?
Big Mark.
What up, though? Who that?
It's E.
Is who?
E.
E? What up?
I'm calling, man. Hold on. Put this shit on speaker. I can't hear shit. Yeah. Big Mark. I know you're creating content. You're doing big thing. But she gave you the lineup already.
Who you talking about? Who gave me the lineup?
The lady.
She gave me the lineup?
She gave you the lineup. She said, you go to CBD. I mean, I know your background is with moving, furniture
you
and
said
stuff.
you go to CBD? You go to CBD?
There's different websites that's giving out RFPs.
All right, so what's CBD?
So yeah,
She said you go to CBD.
CBD.
Let's go to it. Let's go to it, big dog. Hold on. CBD what?
CBD driver.
CBD driver? All right, bet. Let me see something real quick. CBD.
I mean, there's other sites.
No, you said CBD driver. I don't see that.
Just type it CB driver, not CBD. CB driver.
You know why you said CBD driver?
Huh?
You know why you said CBD driver?
Because when you look at it, it's three letters. You're gonna say CBD, but it's CB driver.
Because she said CBD driver.
No, but I'll be on CB driver. This courier gigs. Okay, but I need to let me explain to you how it goes.
Okay, explain to me how it goes, big dog.
They send in RFPs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait for proposal. It could be a month from now. It could be 2 months from now. It could be 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, what you got to do is get your team together with the time frame that they giving you, and then so you can line everything up.
Get your team together?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Like you say, like I'm saying, like find somebody with a vehicle with insurance that's willing to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then once you have everything together, then you send in your proposal in a timely manner, because they give you 2 weeks to bring it up. You have your 2 weeks, and then they discuss it, and then you get your deal.
I'm trying to figure out where we're going with this, big dog.
Okay, let me repeat it again. They send in RFPs, right? Wait for proposal. They send in they send emails. Once you sign up with them, they're gonna send you the email. There's companies gonna be like, yo, I need a box truck for this, I need this for that. But what she said was courier, medical courier. She's not talking about regular freight. With medical courier, you don't need expensive insurance. Your regular car insurance will cover.
Mm-hmm.
Get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So there's people out here with regular insurance not doing nothing.
Okay.
Their cars are sitting. So you run it by them like, listen, you're going to get this, and I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you, what I'm saying? And then once they're down, you just send your RFPs back in a timely fashion, and then you get it. You don't, you shoot for the next one.
Okay, but
Hello?
how does that translate to no money?
That's the normal part. If you ain't got no car, you look for somebody with a car. You ain't got no insurance. They already paying for it. You just explain it to them. Basically, it's all subcontracting. She just say it in a long way to get your attention, which is creating content. But that's basically what it is.
So is that misleading, big dog, or no?
Say what?
Is that misleading?
Part of it, but who's not misleading online?
Big Mark don't mislead nobody.
Yeah, but your focus is like, I'm not saying, okay.
My focus is on
right?
education, accountability, because misleading gets people fucked up out here in these streets.
I hear you loud and clear, but what you're doing is a little bit of it. You're just saying, yo, you can't do it.
You can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
I just told you what you're doing.
Okay, bro, you didn't explain it. You just said it. You just agreed that it was misleading, bro. You just said it was misleading.
In a way, because she didn't speak clearly. She didn't say, yo, you can go get an RFP. I just explained it to you in a manner you can understand. Because I know what she's saying. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to sell the game. But she is.
Okay, so how can I get a contract with a 3PL with no vehicle, no money, no insurance, no credit?
You just recruit people with cars. Everybody's doing it. T4s, they all doing the same thing. Yo, make sure you have your car. Make sure you have insurance. Make sure this. That's basically what it is.
No, so okay, let's say I don't have nothing, but I want to start this business. Like she said, I watched her video. I want to start. How do I start?
Right? Okay. You fluent with the lingo. You understand this, but you have no car.
Yeah.
Now,
no. We want to do the cargo. We want to do the car. She said the cargo too, bro. So we want to do the cargo van thing. I don't have one, but I want to do it. I ain't got the money. I don't got the credit. I don't got the van. And she said you don't need the insurance neither. She said as an independent contractor, you a gigger. So explain to me how I do it.
No, what she's saying, you don't need the insurance. You, as the one that's gonna get the contract, you don't need it per se on your name.
So if I
or under you recruit. Say that again?
So if I get a contract, I don't need the insurance?
The person, whoever you're going to recruit, you're going to make sure they have it. People does the same.
No, bro.
They say, yo, make sure you have insurance.
If you go to
people don't own no cars. I mean, they have.
Listen, if you go to a 3PL and you apply for a contract, they background check you.
No, what I'm saying to you, I'm not saying you're going to apply for contract.
Mm-hmm.
The contract is out there. They're telling you, they're sending you RFPs to your email, telling you this is the lane we have. This is what we need.
I hear what you're saying.
And you go to recruit.
You
as the middleman, if you want to be the middleman.
Right.
And you go recruit.
Okay. So
and when you recruit, you make sure everybody has their stuff.
So I get that, bro. I get that. So I'm subcontracting out, right? But who applies for the contract, big dog? Who's the contract name going to be in? Is it going to be under my company name or is it going to be under the person that I'm subcontracting? Either or.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I put it in my name, that requires some things.
Yeah.
Okay, if I get a contract in my name, even though I don't have none of this shit, what does it require? When I have to have a business that's registered with the state, I have to have an active authority.
Gigs, I said courier gigs. With medical courier, you can't do it. You don't have to do.
We're not talking medical
LLC.
courier. She covered a vast amount of things. She said auto parts. She said 3PLs, logistics. Let's forget the medical. You trying to stick?
The game is big. You just got to choose.
Hold on, big dog. We gonna stick with the logistics part of it. Because you trying to defend her, and I appreciate that. I've been waiting for somebody.
No, I'm not defending. I'm just telling you it's possible.
Okay.
With the medical courier.
How can I go to a 3PL and say and apply for a contract and then subcontract it out with no business, no van, no box truck, no insurance, no money?
You recruit. She said it.
I get that. But who's filling out the application, big dog?
she can be the master contractor. Contract.
Okay.
And she subbed it out to others.
Okay. So
or she can find somebody,
hold on.
right?
Stop right there. Okay. So if you're the master contractor and you don't have anything, that means you filled out the application, right?
Yeah, you can fill it out on you just need somebody. If you don't want to do it under your name,
we're gonna walk this down. We're gonna walk it down. So as a master contractor, you go to a 3PL, you fill out the contract, there's requirements, right?
Yeah, they tell you what they need.
Okay, so if I'm the master contractor and she's saying you don't need this shit, how do I get the contract if you need this shit to get the contract?
Yes, Mark. I just told you. All right, let's run it down. Let's say you gotta move, I don't know, ABC medical courier, whatever, right? They say they need regular insurance, not no commercial, regular insurance. You need a regular minivan. And what else you may need? That's most expensive. The vehicle
that little
and
shit,
insurance, right?
That's little guy shit, bro. We don't talk about that's little dog. We talking about big dog shit. She mentioned the big dog shit too.
But you focus on a big dog. She's talking about a medical courier.
Logistics. She said 3PL, bro. She said box truck. She said this shit. She said
you even said it yourself. She makes big words. She even said it yourself. She makes big words like you don't even know she was saying.
That's whose fault is that?
Okay, but who doesn't throw big words out to just, guess you're like, she know what she's saying. You know what I'm saying?
Big words and you don't, you saying them out of context because that goes back to what I said, you misleading. Because here's what I'm saying, bro. And this is, I said this plenty of times, bro. When I first started creating content in this space, it didn't take me long to realize, I could dominate this space. I got more experience than these people. Don't know what the fuck they talking about. Hindsight is 2020. You seen me do that. Right? So you can't come into a space and think that you can just say some shit and it may not be people in that space that are way more experienced than you that's just gonna hear this shit and just be like, oh no, that only makes sense.
Yeah, like if you're in a game, you're gonna know what she's saying and how to move around it. But other people, they don't know.
I'm stupid then, bro. Well, I'm dumb than a motherfucker because there's for the life of me, I can't think of how to do this with fucking nothing, bro. I'm still trying to figure out how I can walk into T-Force or goddamn it, AIT and say, yo, I want to apply as a master contractor with no money. First of all, let me say this.
No, you're not going to tell them that. You're not going to know what you're doing on the back end.
How the fuck are you applying as a master contractor and you ain't got nothing? Master contractor is a person with a fleet 3 to 5 or more. So how are you applying as a master contractor when you don't have anything to begin with in the first place, right? So how can I walk into a 3PL and apply for a contract with nothing?
We're not talking starting big, Mark. You can't get your fit in.
Listen, we talking.
If you don't have nothing, you can start something. You understand what I'm saying? That's what she's saying. But I get it. You creating content. You engaging.
No. Big Mark ain't creating. That's creating content. Big Mark over here is giving the truth. You can't start with
You're right. You're giving the truth and also engaging. Right?
Because I'm doing what ain't nobody else doing.
Exactly. That's why you're Big Mark.
But you telling me what you understand what she's doing is misleading, but you saying it can be done. But so I'm asking you, how can it be done? We already know it's misleading. I'm asking you, how can it be done, big dog? I'm trying to figure it out.
I just gave you the layout already.
You told me you go.
Once they tell you what they're looking for, you just recruit what they're looking for and have it ready.
All right, so boom. I want to start. I ain't got nothing, so I'm gonna go recruit somebody that got a van or a truck, and they got the insurance, and they got the business because they have to have a structured business, LLC or a corporation, right? So that
but sometimes some courier company they allow you to use your social as 1099.
Bro, we gonna deal with the logistics part of the content. She said, bro. Remember, she had these.
Why when I tell you the small part, you want to focus on the big part, Big Mark?
Because we talk business over here. We don't talk this shit.
This is a certified hood classic.
We don't do the hood shit. You know why?
No,
Hood
it's not
shit
no
ain't
hood
gonna,
shit. It's not no hood shit.
listen.
What
Well,
I got from her is like, yo, you can get your foot in the door without nothing. And this is wow. You just gotta do the legwork. The legwork is to recruit. Since you don't have credit, money, car,
I'm
you
trying
just
to
got
get
to
to that
recruit.
point. I'm trying to get to that
It
point.
might take some time. That's why I said you gotta get everything in a timely fashion.
Right.
Timely.
So I'm gonna go to you and say, yo, you got commercial insurance, you got the vehicle, you got the business already. So I need you to do me a favor. I need you to come over here with me, meet me over here at this 3PL. I need you to fill out this application. And I need to use all your shit that you could do yourself, but I want you to do it for me so I can take 50% of the money to really do nothing, because I ain't got shit. You got everything to really just do it yourself, but I need you to do it for me so I can take 50% of the money that you could do for yourself.
This happens every day. Nobody know information. This happens every day. It's called making a deal,
bro. That's what it's called.
What is called?
Finessing.
Okay, who's not finessing? The whole world is made on finessing. The whole logistic is about finessing. Big Mark.
Nah, bro. That's why we fucked up out here, bro. This is why we can't
It's
get
not
ahead.
fucked up. I get what you're saying. Like you want
because I'm still black and I'm a part of the demographic. I don't exclude myself. But this is what I'm saying, bro. This is why we can't get ahead, bro.
Yeah, but this shit happen every day, Big Mark.
It do, but you can do shit the right way, bro.
Yeah, I know, but it's hey, if you want to get your foot in the door, you said it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
You can't get your foot in the door
like okay,
down till you come up.
Let's go back what
Why
you
just
said
can't
one
grind,
time. He
bro?
said,
Why
fuck how much you gotta take.
Why
Remember
you
what
just
you
can't
said?
grind?
Fuck what the TPL is getting, right? Now, the lady, you ain't got shit, but I got everything. I'm giving you 60 or 70, and you ain't got nothing to start. You ain't got no money, but the car is sitting here every day. You paying insurance for nothing. I'm like, yo, I got this gig for you. Let's get this money. But you gotta take 70 and give me 30. But this is what you need. I don't have this shit, but I got the plug. I got the connect.
So what
you want to do?
The person when you take them over there to fill the application out to be like, man, I could do this shit myself. Fuck, I need you for.
Yeah, but you're not gonna take them to the plug.
It's not a fucking plug. It's 3PL. See, this is what I'm talking about right now, bro. This ain't the street, bro. This is business. It's not a plug. It's a 3PL, bro. This ain't dope.
Okay, I'm using the street lingo. All right, let's go professional.
But that's how it's being ran. That's how it's being ran. And this is And this is why the majority of the people get the results they get. When you treat shit like a hustle, when you treat it like the plug and you treat it like some street shit, the results that you see that most people get as they come in this industry in totality is because of that. The people who do the shit,
yeah, but no matter what, everything is one like street shit. No matter how you want to look at it.
No, not necessarily, bro.
I mean, if you want to be professional, yeah, you use professional. But at the end of the day, America is run like that. Everything is run like that.
Bro,
the big companies are big fish are eating small dogs. Small
I understand that when you in business legitimately, sometimes you may have to cut corners as a small business owner. I get it, but the mentality and the misleading is what you sound like you watch my channel. It sound like you've been watching my channel for a while, right?
I watch your channel. The reason why I watch your channel, I was trying to get with RXO, and you were the only one that had the insurance breakdown.
Okay.
I got the insurance, but I didn't get to RXO. They on some funny stuff right now.
Yeah, XPO is really difficult. They're probably the most difficult people to work with, especially when it comes to insurance, bro. I walked away from years ago, XPO.
I watched that video. I watched that video like crazy, and he was much younger too. That was like, I don't know what, at least 3, 4, 5 years or something.
When I did that video?
Yeah, you had a different intro, man. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sticking with this guy.
Less gray hair.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people have been misled, and you see them come up, call in all the time, bro. And the reason why is because
look what's going on with ICE. Everybody's being misled. Cops not shooting anymore. It's ICE shooting.
What that got to do with
anything? I'm just saying.
What that got to do with anything?
Everybody's being misled, my brother.
What What does that got to
Just
do?
to show you.
Where's the misleading at? And as it pertains
Okay,
to that shit seems pretty cut and dry to me.
They
Shit.
supposed to
Take your ass in the house and this shit won't happen. Like, why is you out there? The people they up there for ain't out there. So why are you out there? That shit cut and dry.
They're attacking regular citizen, and you know it's a zoo out there, bro. It's crazy.
All right, well, you know, I don't know, big dog, but you know, it's a lot of distractions going on. But we talking about misleading as it pertains to logistics and the shit that's pushed, which you ultimately admitted and agreed that the person is creating content.
Yeah, but the whole focus was what she was saying. You can start something, and that's why I called to tell you, yeah, Big Mark, it's possible. I was one of the person that clicked, no, it's possible. I think it was 13% or 25%.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's possible. You can get it. You just got to do the legwork.
Okay. So it's possible when you do it the right way. The reason, another big part of the reason why so many people fail is because of that misinformation. Hope.
But you know, some of these people, they don't care. They just want their stuff moved, right?
Who don't care?
I'm telling you,
about the consumers.
I mean, they do care, but you got to be properly established, your paperwork, everything. But when it comes to it, the person who got the contract is not going to be the person moving because, you know, double brokering, you know, a lot of that going.
We're not talking about that. That content was pretty much for local work dealing with 3PLs.
Yeah, it comes to it because if she get the contract, they're not going to know if it's men in them or who you know, the names to be naming moving it. This is what I'm trying to refer to you.
I get that. But even with the shit she said, the contract are the money. So I'm trying to figure out, how do you get the contract? Don't listen.
The contract is the money because based on the contract, you're going to know how much you're going to make, what you're going to need to get it. That's what she's saying. I understand the language, but I get what you're doing. You just want to...
Oh, you get what I'm doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
Okay.
What am I doing? I'm just reacting.
No, you're not doing anything wrong, but like I said earlier, you engaging, you know, with your platform.
Here's the thing.
You want to get people going.
Hold on. Do you think I would do this if I was wrong? Big Mark undefeated. Do you think I'm gonna put myself in a situation where I can take my first L, bro? Do you think I would do that?
No, you're not gonna take no L. At the end of the day, you're reacting to it and giving your opinion and, you know, your experience and all of that.
Was it an opinion? Was it facts?
Facts, all of that.
All right.
But what I was trying to tell you is possible. It's just that you just got to do the legwork.
What legwork, bro? How do you? Okay, so we're gonna go to the 3PL.
The legwork is recruiting people. You find people with the insurance. You find people with the vehicle. You find people that has the time to move. You know, if it's Sunday or whatever the schedule is, that's what it is. We're in a team together.
So we think it's that many stupid people out here in the world. That's basically what you're saying. It's that many stupid people.
No, don't do that, Big Mark. Don't do that. It's not that.
What the thing say, Big Dog? What it say right here? Real game, real business, real accountability, Big Dog. It's what it is. We got to call it out, Big Dog. We're going to have a conversation. We got to have a conversation.
All right, okay.
So basically what we saying is we trying to stain people.
Let me ask you this, Big Mark.
We trying to stain people?
Based on what I said, or based on what's out there, like I told you, companies are sending out RFPs once you sign up with them. They're telling you, yo, this is what we need. We need it by such and such. Can you deliver? You're going to tell them, there are RFPs where you got to tell them, yo, if you're looking for box truck, I got box truck. This is my rate. This is that. But we're not even talking about it. We're talking about the simplest one, which is medical courier, which is the simplest one. You don't need commercial stuff.
Okay.
Anybody can move it.
Let me ask you this, Big Dog. Medical carrier. What is that? What is that? What are you delivering, Big Dog? What you delivering?
It could be anything. It could be urines. It could be specimens. It could be heart. It could be a lot of stuff. It could be
You said medical specimens. Medical specimens. Let's stick right there. What is the medical specimens? What does that consist of?
Well, while I had got something, I was moving urine.
All right, so bet. So you moving urine.
Yeah.
There's HIPAA, right?
Say that again?
HIPAA? You got
Nah,
HIPAA? You
some
have
of
to do
them you
HIPAA
don't need
form?
all of that.
Okay, so hold on. You moving medical specimens. Something very, 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 very delicate. And you mean to tell me, now I could be wrong, but I'm just thinking logically here. Medical specimens. And we know one thing, I'm not a nurse, I'm not anything, but I've been to the doctor long enough that I know what HIPAA is. So
I said urine. That's the lowest one. They don't care. You don't need no certificate. You don't need nothing. They just wrap it up. You come pick it up and drop it.
All right. So what about other specimens? So they're gonna let you.
No, I just give you one where anybody can do it. Like, you want to focus on the big stuff. I get it, Big Mark. I get it.
I came down to the little boy stuff. I came down to the little guy shit. We down here where you at now. So now I'm using logic. Now, mind you, I've never done medical carry. I've never done it. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
But hold on.
I know.
But I'm using logic as a soon-to-be 46-year-old man, and I understand when you're dealing with medical things, even as a consumer, HIPAA is in play. So you mean to tell me they'll push the needle with HIPAA, but they won't push it with insurance? So fuck it. We're gonna let you take this shit. We don't give a fuck if you insured or not, but sign this HIPAA form because we want to keep confidentiality. But we don't give a fuck if you're insured or not.
These people, they just want their stuff out of their
10 months
laboratory to the next one.
I'm just keeping it 1,000, big dog. I'm logically thinking right now. I never did it. But I'm thinking from a logical perspective as it pertains to medical specimen.
I mean, if it requires HIPAA,
do you know what HIPAA
they're gonna tell you requires that.
Do you know what HIPAA is?
Huh?
You know what HIPAA is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
What is it?
Come on, man. I know what HIPAA is.
What is it?
I know what it is.
What is it?
Okay, HIPAA is basically consent.
It is?
Yeah. You tell me what it is in the smallest form.
I just told you what it was 45 seconds ago, but it clearly either you wasn't comprehending or it went over your head.
No, I'm driving and
driving and comprehend.
No, because when I'm speaking, I'm moving from my ear because it's loud where I'm at.
Well, HIPAA ain't consent, big dog. So
what is it?
I just told you a minute ago now.
Can you repeat it again? I got the phone in my ear now.
HIPAA. It's basically a form of like confidentiality.
Which is consent.
No.
Okay.
Consent means like if you got a kid, right? And they come home with a piece of paper, they're going on a field trip and they need you to give consent to take your child, the school to take your child on a field trip. It's permission. Consent is like a form of permission. So the reason why I'm thinking logically, right? Because and I be trying to bait people. I am guilty of that. Now, if you want to guilt me or anything, it's bait people. I try to get bait people, right? So I like to think logically, bro. So here's a guy who's never did medical carrier delivery. And I'm listening to a person who says, yo, you don't need insurance. So I'm thinking as a 46-year-old man, soon to be 46, who's dated two nurses.
I never say you don't need insurance. You don't need commercial.
Let me kick it with you. I've dated an RN that became an APN, a nurse practitioner. I dated another RN. And I've gotten prescriptions. I've had wisdom teeth pulled and shit like that. So I know what HIPAA is, bro. So I'm thinking, I'm hearing a person tell me, yo, you could do this shit and don't require insurance. I know how delicate and how private and the laws that are around, like just medical, your medical history, your medical records, your prescriptions. So now they're going to hand you people's personal, private medical shit. Just understanding, thinking from a logical perspective on just HIPAA, And you mean to tell me they not gonna have like insurance requirements?
Reporting it, Big Mark.
You don't think that's pertinent information? You don't think that's pertinent for the protection of the 3PL?
Whatever it is, all it is like once it's in your possession, you're responsible for it.
No, bro.
Once you get to the location, that's it.
So you mean to tell I could walk in there fucked up out here in these streets? I ain't paid my goddamn insurance in 10 months, and I go in, they're gonna give me a contract, and they're gonna give me yo goddamn, what's the shit that the dudes be drinking the lean with, the promethazine and all that shit? They just gonna give me that. They gonna trust it. I'll go deliver it. I'm not gonna go through these people's shit and see if it's some promethazine in here that I can take and pour up with it. Some goddamn it amoxicillin, some goddamn it the blue chew pill, the sildenafil, the hard dick pills, all that shit. I ain't just gonna go through people's shit to see what's in there, bro. You think they not?
Yeah, but you're a professional. Why would you tamper in the items?
How do they know you a professional? You ain't got insurance. That ain't professional. They just
I never said you don't have insurance. I said no commercial. Your regular insurance, your regular Allstate, State Farm, whatever you have on your regular vehicle, you can do some courier work, which is what she was saying, and that's what I was confirming with you, that is possible.
I hear you, Big Dog.
I get it. You want to engage. You want to focus on the...
No. This ain't about engage. This about truth.
Yeah, and I just gave you the truth. That is possible, Big Dog.
You ain't walk me through it, though. I'm waiting till you walk me through and say, Mark, this is what you do.
I told you, they tell you what they're looking for. Regular vehicle, regular insurance. They may say, 30, 40,000, whatever. You find somebody with it, or if they don't have it, you ask them, upgrade insurance or whatever it is. You're going to make some money.
I got you, Big Dog. I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Not really, Big Dog, but I hear you, Big Dog. I hear you. I hear you. I don't get it, though. We still ain't get there. We ain't get there. You didn't get me there. You didn't get me.
But the point I wanted to make is you can start it. You may not last, and you may last, but, she said she's been doing it 7 years, but I don't know. That 7 years,
Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me see something. Let's do an experiment real quick. Let me see something. T-Force. Addison. Illinois. Phone number. I'm going to call them and see if I can just get a contract for medical with nothing. I'm going to call them on the live. I'm just curious, bro. But I appreciate you calling. I get it.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat, somebody said you telling the truth.
So what?
They say there's 3 people that said you right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
It's out there. But like I said, I don't want to, you feel me? But you engaging, so.
Doing nothing, bro. You just said it's finessing, bro. So whatever. We know it's finessing.
Yeah, everybody finessing, my guy.
No, I don't finesse.
You finesse the finesse.
I finesse.
I mean, the way you finesse is engaging, like you're repeating it. You engaging with your audience, but at the same time, you give them the truth. You're like, yo.
How you gonna?
Basically, you saving people from the headache. You saving people from the headache, right? But some people want the headache.
Bro,
they want to go to the legwork.
Don't want nobody want the headache.
I mean, for that particular one, I think if you have the dedication, I'm like, yo, I want to get some money. You can do it.
All right, bro. Whatever, bro. Y'all gonna be fucked up out here. In another 5 to 10 years, y'all gonna continue to be fucked up out here in these streets.
Yeah, but it's been fucked up already. It's been fucked up, Big Mark.
Nah, because it's fucked up because you make it fucked up, bro. And see, that's
no, we don't make it.
Yes, you do.
Just like you said.
Listen.
Last night you said, right? You said logistics been going for what, 40, 45 years?
I give up. I can't do it, bro. You know why? Because y'all want to be fucked up. Y'all want to
No, it's not that we want to be fucked up, Mark. No, that's not what it is.
What is it, then, big dog?
If there's a possibility to make it, you make it. Big companies are doing it. It's just,
What are big companies doing, big dog?
T-Force is subcontracting.
Subcontract.
You get what I'm saying?
No, I don't. You're not
Like they get the work, they get the contract, and they put it out. They recruit people, but
that's not, bro. They're contracting, bro. They have an account with the retailer, and the retailer hires them to go out and source the talent. Why? Because they're alleviating the liability. They're indemnifying themselves from the liability. That's why they're putting a buffer in between them. Let them deal with the headache. The reason why they don't want to listen. The reason why the retailers don't want to deal. Listen to the conversation that we having right now. You hear how ignorant this shit is, bro? So imagine
it's not ignorant. This is small steps to the
ignorant. This is very ignorant.
That's how. No. Yes. Yeah, it may be ignorant, but at the end of the day, all companies start like that. They started small, and then once they big, they proper everything.
Small as a company, bro, doing things the correct way. This is not doing. This is finessing, bro. And we're not even speaking as far as.
But we already talk about the finessing, Mark. Everybody's finessing.
We talking about as it's presented to the audience. I'm talking about the presentation to people who are desperate, bro. It's fantasy, and it's very misleading, bro, because you're selling hope.
I hear you loud and clear.
What's the ratio of success to
what
failure?
I want us to know numbers. Is out there.
What's the success of success? What's the ratio of success and failure?
Repeat that one more time.
The ratio. The success to failure ratio.
I'm sorry.
How many people fail in this industry, bro?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot. But the thing is, once you gotta keep going until you find your niche.
No.
Every company does it. Every company does it, bro.
Bro,
Apple, you know how many
I ran for T-Force for many years, bro, and they never finessed me. They didn't pay me. I told that story with a guy, but that wasn't when T-Force didn't pay me for those 2 settlement periods. That wasn't a T-Force thing. That was a decision based on someone that they employed who did that shit deliberately. T-Force as a whole never did me wrong. Every issue that I had with T-Force was due to an individual who made poor decisions. But for the most part, T-Force, a lot of my success was because of T-Force and the opportunity that they gave. Right? But they never...
Exactly. You got your feet in the door, right? You didn't care. You just make shit going.
You said what?
I said you got your foot in the door and then you got shit going, right?
No, but when I came my foot in the door, I had to have authority. I had to have insurance, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I said. Remember what I said earlier? You start small, and then when you get big, you proper everything.
When I came to T-Force, I came in big dog. I came in big dog because I was already at that level. But hold on, big dog. I had to come in with the things that they required, the insurance, the authority. I had to operate for weeks before I got a settlement. 3 weeks, bro. So you run it. I'm paying people. I'm not telling these people they gotta wait till I get paid. I'm not telling the gas station, yo, can y'all continue to fill up these trucks or this truck until I get paid, and then I'll come back and pay you on the back end. This shit don't work like that, big dog. So
of course it don't.
When you give a fantasy and you give certain things that are misleading, then you see what people come when they call me, man, Mark, I'm fucked up. I'm one of the ones that got misled. Then you got the people that believe in that hope and all that fantasy shit. And then when they get their foot in the game, they see it only take them a few days for them to realize, yo, that shit was fool. Shit was cap. So why would, as a person who's approaching 50 fucking years old, I'm just gonna sit by and just say, nah, man, everybody out here finessing. No, the fuck, they not. The reason why we can't get ahead is because we keep chasing these fantasies instead of chasing reality. If we took the time and just dealt with reality, we would get further sooner. Listen, the time is gone for where we can just bullshit, bro. Like motherfuckers in their 20 now, they ain't like when I was 20. We had a buffer. Yo, we could wait until 30. We could bullshit our 20s away and get shit together in our 30s. That shit over with, big dog.
You right. You're right.
All right, so why would I sit up here and just, you right, big dog. You right. Nah. That's why I asked the blood that came on before you when he was 24. I said, yo, where do you see your generation in another 5 to 6 years? I wanted to hear from somebody in that generation because I already know. Look at the cost of homes. Look at the cost of everything that people once considered the American dream is far out of reach, and it's getting farther out of reach. So you want to sit there and fuck around and waste more time, or you want to get to it now?
Nah, you got to get in and get yours because that's what everybody's doing.
You said what?
You got to get in, whatever it is, to get yours and feed your family because that's what everybody's doing.
I get all that, but okay, let's look at it like this. Why you just don't do something more stable, like get a job then?
Yeah, but some people, they may have messed up background. They can't get a job, and they find other avenues.
They do background checks. So all right. So boom. Now you just contradicted.
Yeah, if they do background check, you don't have to put on your name. You put on under amendment.
You just contradicted yourself. So this is why there's requirements. You think some motherfucker can go with a background and get medical specimens or get pharmaceuticals and get medicine and shit? You they gonna let motherfucker come in with a background and do
it. But you as the owner, you don't have to do your background. You do amendment and
bro, you a goddamn lie. Every single contract that I've ever had that I may never physically ran, because I'm a master contractor, they have to background check the owner and they background check the people that are gonna be doing the active deliveries. Every one of them.
Diddy don't have bad under his name. He had it under his mom. Big dog, Big Mark. Come on,
man. Hey, man.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? This is a certified hood classic.
Hey, man, I'm not respecting no motherfucker that. Come on, bro. Come on, big dog.
Big Mark, it's not no disrespecting or respecting. I'm just saying, there's a way to get things done.
Bro.
Trump put all his team together. Why?
Trump put all what together? What do you put together?
He got his people in. Look who he put the FBI. His people.
What does that got to do with what we talking about?
I'm just showing you. You gotta do things that align the way you want it to align. If you cannot be the main dog.
Where are you from, big dog? Where you from?
What'd you say?
Where you from?
I'm from Haiti, big bro.
All right, I understand. I get it. I get it now.
Where they going?
I get it now. When you come up here, big dog. When you come up here. Yeah.
Long time.
You been up here? How old are you?
I'm younger than you.
All right, so now I understand why you think the way you think.
It's not the way you think. It's reality, Big Mark.
Bro.
You gotta see. Look. You see how it is.
I see how.
So you're just gonna sit down and just get treated. You gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, so a person who doing that dumb shit now, they playing this dumb ass game now, and it don't work. Now what? 5 years from now what?
What don't work?
This is goofy shit because about 85 to 90% of the people who come into this shit fail.
Yeah, Apple. You know how long Apple? You know how many iPhone Apple done create before they got the one?
Bro, first of all, when Steve Jobs started Apple, it wasn't a finesse, bro. They didn't start it as a finesse. They started with an idea. They created a company, and they
but I don't like when you're focusing on one thing.
You gave up that
misleading. It's just. You gotta start somewhere. My whole thing was you gotta get your feet in the door.
We understand that, but why you can't get your feet in the door by staying grounded, working really hard, setting yourself up so that when you do come in the door the right way, you can sustain. Why you just can't do that?
You all coming to the door right way. You find somebody that has the credentials.
Who?
Like she said, if you want to get to the medical career, if you don't have a car, if you don't have money, there's ways you can do it.
Why you just don't work really, really hard and save up the money?
Yeah, but if you can do it now, if you see this contract, you believe in this contract, like, yo, in 3 months I can get this going. And the deadline is 3 months. And you're not the only one.
I hear you,
You're not
bro.
the only one seeing it.
You just basically saying people stupid. I get it. That's
It's
all
not
you saying.
stupid, Mark.
Yeah, you
it's
are
not stupid.
because it's like you coming to me and saying, "Yo, Mark, man, I want to get this contract, but I don't got no money. I ain't got no van. I ain't got no insurance. I don't got the money to get the insurance. I just want to make money. You got everything, so I need you to apply with T-Force. Go do the work. Use your box truck to do the work. Use your insurance. You pay. Hold on. This is what you telling me, big dog. Pay for the gas, and then, but when you do the application, when it's time to do the ACH, where the money goes to, put this account. I'm gonna give you this routing number and this account number, and send the money to me. And then what's gonna happen is every other Friday, I'm gonna pay you 50%. That's basically what you saying, big dog. That's basically what you saying.
You can do it like that.
If you saying people stupid, no, but is that what you saying? Because if you saying people stupid, then I'm gonna ride with people stupid. And then we can be
Mark,
done.
no.
Nah, bro,
don't do that. We're not saying people are stupid. My whole focus.
That's
you said, right?
That's some
Here's
dumb
what
ass
you said.
shit.
You said, can someone call me and tell me how this works? And I call and explain to you
that's what you
how
just
it works and how it's possible.
That's what you just said. You gotta
how you get it done is how you get it done, but the whole focus was it's possible.
And I'm saying that's how it's done. You find somebody that got it, and you have them fill it out, but just make sure they put your routing and account number there, and then you take 50%. Is that what it is? If that's what it is, then let me know.
Again, you can do it however you want. Your account,
you won't answer that. Why you won't answer that? Why you won't say yes or no? Why you won't admit to that?
Admit to what?
Is that's what you said? That's basically what you saying.
All right, we've been talking for a minute. So, based on what I said, is it possible to do what you said? Yes or no?
You said yeah.
No, I'm asking you. Based on the conversation we just had.
Based on the way you just explained it to me, yes, with a stupid person, a bunch of stupid people, because only a goddamn fool would do that shit.
Yeah, but
so if y'all getting fools to just
it's big fish. It's big fish. It's small fish, my guy.
Bro, I don't listen, bro. Listen. That's a finesse, bro. You finessing a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, and I said to you, the whole country is run by finessing.
Here's the thing, bro. I don't finesse my people, bro.
I know you don't.
We already fucked up.
But
here's the thing, and you don't.
I know the message you're trying to send. I know what
it's
you're
really
saying.
like out here, bro. See, the thing is, a lot of people, they don't understand what it's really like. They don't understand what it really takes to sustain a business and sustain the cost of living. And it doesn't happen that way. That shit, if you do that shit's short time. Because check it out. You come do me. Let's say I'm goofy and I'm stupid and I fall for that goofy ass shit. You sitting at the crib chilling. You staining my dumb ass, right? I done let you finesse me into using my shit, my labor, my insurance, my fuel.
You're not being finessed. You're getting a cut out of it. It's not
my
a finesse.
dumb ass done filled out the whole application with my shit. I'm assuming all the costs, but my goofy ass put your routing number and your account number in there. The money going to you and you paying me 50% for me being goofy. Eventually, while I'm doing that goofy ass shit every day, I'm gonna wake my dumb ass up and I'm gonna realize what's going on and I'm gonna just do the shit myself because I got everything. Anyway, I'm already here. I'm in here off of me. So
and I'm glad you said that. And that's what's going on right now in the logistic. Everybody self-made right now. Everybody want to do their own thing.
So this goes back to what I'm saying. So even if you finesse, it's only going to be short-lived because the person is going to wake up. So my point is, why
exactly? That's why on Indeed there's a lot of jobs.
You say what?
That's why on Indeed there's a lot of jobs. There's a lot of we're looking for that because the moment you sign up, you're like, oh, I'm woke. I know what to do. All I got to do is get my MC. Now, that company lose 2-3 workers because everybody wake up now. They're going to do their own thing. So they keep posting jobs and the cycle continue.
You got it. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all niggas cook, bro. I'm gonna exit out this fucking. I gotta exit.
No, isn't it what's going on?
Cook,
honestly,
y'all cooked. I'm not even going to include myself. I'm gonna have to separate myself from because, bro, like the more I talk, bro, the more just upsetting it.
No, I hear you loud and clear, Mark, but that's what's going on.
I know what's going on, but here's the thing. You justifying this shit. You say, oh man, it's the way. Bro, here's the thing. We can't get ahead. Not everybody is operating like that. That shit is like, why would I want to do something?
Gonna get ahead.
You missing what I'm saying? Why would I want to do something that knowingly or unknowingly is going to be short-lived? Why would I waste my time when I'm trying to sustain and I'm trying to get ahead? I'm not trying to survive. If you chasing survival, then yeah. See, the thing is, you should be trying to get ahead. That shit is gonna end. It's only a matter of time, bro.
Well, you gotta remember, everyone was once a sheep. Now you become a wolf.
So, but you coming up here to try to tell me, because I'm a wolf, but I'm a wolf in the right way, bro. In the right way. You dig what I'm saying? So if I see shit that's wrong and I call it out, like you saying, but Mark, come on now, everybody's doing it. But man, everybody that we see do it, they don't get that far.
No, when I say everybody's doing it, I'm talking about the big companies. So if you look at it, literally, that's what's going on.
So you follow trends then?
No, it's not no follow trend.
Yeah,
no, it's not following trends.
You keep reiterating what everybody. You ain't never heard me, man. I do this because everybody else do it, man. He jumped out the.
No. Understand what I'm saying.
He done burnt 3 motherfuckers, but they say that shit. She got that good. So I'm just gonna go get burnt too because everybody else did it. Get the fuck out of here.
No. Don't do that, Mark. What I'm saying to you, I'm trying to let you, not just you, your audience. They might not know. Some people might say, oh, his job's out there. Like, yo, you can do it too. There's a site. If you go to One Rail, you going to see all the gig apps in there. But people don't know where to go. If you sign up with One Rail, you're going to be like Uber and Simpex, Corey, all of that.
So here's the thing, bro. Time is ticking. You can follow the finesse and follow the trends, or you can just get your shit together now, bro. And put yourself in a situation because time is ticking. Opportunities are becoming less and less. The cost of living is going higher. The cost of ownership is going higher. So you can keep chasing short-term shit, or you can chase something that's going to set you up and your family for life. But I guarantee you.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, so
I agree with everything you said, but the only purpose of my call. Because you said, yo, I need someone to explain to me how is that possible. And I just gave you my piece.
All right. I appreciate it. I get it now. You broke it down to me. It's stupid people. Dumb people.
Don't call them stupid, man.
But that's what it is, bro. Only a fool would literally, you going to fill out everything, assume the cost. But the only thing that ain't going to be associated with you is the routing number and the account number.
Yeah, and that's what I said. We all were fools once. We all were cheap once until we woke.
They stupid. Well, here's the thing. If I'm trying to wake people, why I got to be the bad guy? Why I got to be the bad guy?
No, I never said you're the bad guy. It's just, it's the thing with you. Again, the way you do tell people the truth. You do tell people facts. However, there's a way you do your thing. Like you said, you give them the bait.
The bait?
I call it engaging, which is what it is, engaging. How to get people,
What's the bait? What's the bait?
Huh?
What's the bait? And what's the end result?
The bait is the way you word it. You say, because your whole focus was on, how is that possible? And then, people are like, nah, it's not possible. It's not possible. That's the bait right there.
But bait for what, bro? What's the end result of the bait? When we ain't getting no fish, we ain't going to
engaging. You engaging. You get people like you got me calling. You got other people calling. That's engaging.
Okay, but what's the result for a positive? For positivity, it's not a sales funnel at the end of this.
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's not. It's not literally, but at the end of the day,
it's to change mindset.
Your back end is looking good.
My who?
And there's a couple of things that happen. Your back ends look good. Some people get the information, some don't.
My
you get what I'm saying? Like you said some people say I tell the truth. Maybe they understand it.
You said my back ends look good. What do you say?
Well, I mean the back end, you know, your YouTube thing. Your YouTube thing.
Talking about like my studio?
No, your YouTube thing, your monetization thing you got going on.
Bro, we
dispelled
that last week with 5.0. Why do y'all think a box truck content makes a lot of money? I showed 5.0
I'm not saying it makes.
last week. I showed them.
That's why I didn't want to get into the details. That's why I said engaging. I just want to leave it at that.
My live streams do $2, bro. $3. That's it. 5.0 said that shit last week and I dispelled it. So now what? Like y'all think it's money in box truck content, dude. It's not, bro. I dispelled that last week. I literally dispelled it. I showed you last week. It's not.
Yeah, that's why.
So now what?
So now what? Boxer, right?
So now
that's
what?
why you have this engaging thing, the live thing.
No.
Like you reviewing. You reacting to the video.
No. What you see is what you get. This is the most you're gonna get. This is the highest pinnacle I've seen in content creation in the space on YouTube. So, and it's going to equate to about $2 or $3. That's it. So you can't use that. It's not for that. It's for what I told you.
Well, like you said, some companies like Uber, you said sometimes they run out of loss. So how can I say this? That's the best way I can say this.
So I'm gonna do box truck content for 10 years and think it's gonna be 2020, 2021 again, and then that's when I'll just clean up. That's what you thinking? That's not.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's not what I'm thinking.
You said you're not making that much money or whatever, right?
No.
But you're running.
I like doing it. It's a hobby at this point.
All right.
It's fun.
So there you go. It's fun. And while you're having fun, people are learning.
Yeah. It's philanthropy at this point, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
Now let somebody come like Prize Picks and say, hey, Mark, we got $1 million. Put this watermark in the logo. I mean, put this watermark in the corner next to the log rock. We want to sponsor your channel for $200,000-$300,000 for the year. And that'd be a different story.
Yeah.
But the likelihood of that happening is not, because this is a very small niche. I only do like 1,000 views. Like how many views do you think you got to make 100 G's a month? You got to drop multiple videos a day, and they got to be doing 50, 60, 70, 80, 90,000, 100,000 views a video. That's it.
Yeah.
Box truck content ain't doing that type of views.
I'm gonna ask you a quick question real quick. One time you mentioned Robinhood to put your money in the SPI or SPY?
SPY?
Yeah. You mentioned something before with investing in Robinhood. You said to put your money in the SPI or SPY?
SPY.
Okay. All right. To double check on that.
All right, big
guy. All right, bro.
All right, big guy. Appreciate talking to you.
Got it.
Yeah. Who was the 708 guy? I'm gonna give you one last chance to call, and then I'm out, bro. I give up, bro. Y'all niggas fucked up out here in these streets, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I give up, though. That's it for me. After that conversation, him telling me that shit, that's it, bro. I'm just gonna let niggas be cooked. That's it. He trying to finesse the stock market now? You said before I head out, can I call TQL? I'm gonna call T-Force. Hold on. Let me see. Let me call T-Force. T-Force Addison. Closes at 10. Hold on a second. Let's see. Uh, 396. 2639. 2639. Shit, bro.
Thank you for calling T-Force Logistics. Your call is very important to us. Please note, your call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes. Please listen closely to the following options. Press 1 to track or trace an existing order. Press 2 for new order or to schedule a pickup. Press 3 for all other inquiries.
Thanks for contacting T-Force and Sarah. May I help you today?
Hi, I'm interested in onboarding as an independent contractor. Uh, can you direct me to the department that could answer some questions for me, please?
I understand. However, I'm sorry. So this is the customer service line for tracking packages, placing orders, and anyone willing to work with us as an independent contractor, as per the guidelines given to us, has to fill an application via our website, tforcelogistics.com.
Okay, I
So
can't.
we do not have the number given to us.
Yeah,
Mm.
but what if I wanted to inquire? I had some questions prior to filling out the application. Is there a direct line to the location in Addison, Illinois, or another location that could help me with just some questions that I have prior to applying?
Un- I understand. However, I'm sorry, we do not have any numbers shared with us since we do not require that information. This is a dedicated line only for tracking packages, placing orders. So we have information given to us only related to this domain, I mean.
Are you in America, or is this outsourced out the country? The call center that you're
It's outsourced. Yeah,
outsourced. Okay.
it's it's outsourced. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Hold on. Let me find this number, bro. Let me find the local number. T-Force, Addison, Illinois. The direct number. Let's see. Find it. Get a direct number. Let's see. That's not a real address. Hold on, we're gonna find the local phone number real quick. Join our network. Yeah, buddy. And let me see. I'm gonna call somebody. Somebody gonna answer for Big Mark. Somebody gonna answer for Big Mark. Hold on. Matter of fact, fuck it. We just gonna call corporate. We call corporate down in Dallas. Fuck it. We just gonna call corporate. They should have all the answers. Corporate should have all the answers. You dig? T-Force. Let's see. Are they not in Dallas no more? All right, here go a local number. T4's Freight. T4's Freight, South Holland. All right, let's call the one in Melrose, in Bedford Park. Let's call the one in Bedford Park. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They got a local number. All right. 708 594 594. It's that 3310. All right, bet. Say less. Say less. Why is it not letting me? 7. All right, I got you. 1708. Let's get it. Kobe, put the number in the chat. Put it in the chat. My bad. Shout out to Chauncey for that super chat earlier. I didn't see it.
Sweet.
What's the number? Let me call this other number, man. They got another local number in South Holland. Let me call that one. Let me call that one. See something. You're gonna get it. Don't worry about it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ski.
Thanks for calling T4 Freight. This is Amy. Can I help you?
Hi, who would I speak to if I was interested in onboarding?
Onboarding what?
Box truck.
Driving?
Yeah, independent owner operator.
That you'd have to go and see if there's any openings on the owner operator on the internet, t4freightjobs.com.
Can I apply in person? I was an operator there about.
We don't hire the owner operators out of here.
I'm the one in Addison. Where's it used to be in Wooddale off of Thorndale Road back in the day. Is that one still there?
I don't know. We're in South Holland. You're talking to.
Yeah, is the T4 still in Addison? That one or no?
In Addison?
Yeah.
No, there's one in Palatine, Aurora.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. She doesn't even know where the goddamn it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we living in a different world. We living in a different world. We're living in a different world. Let's see here. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck T-Force. Let's find somebody else. Call somebody else nearby. Give me a second. Let's find somebody. We're gonna find there's a company that's gotta have a number. We gotta have recruiters. Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. I know what to do. We're gonna go on Indeed. We're gonna go box truck independent contractor. Let's do that. Some of these recruiters have their numbers directly up here. Give me a second. Big dog. Yep. All right, let's call what's this nigga name? Nestor. Let's call Nestor. 1708. So 157 Sham. I'm just curious, bro. Maybe some shit didn't change. They say, Big Mark, you old. Did Buddy tell me that a week ago? Said, man, Mark, you old. You outdated. All right, bet. Let's see. See if Mark outdated. Let's see if they letting people just run with nothing nowadays. It might be Big Mark. It might be me. They might let people just run nowadays. You just go there and you just go. Just give them your name and your address and they say you on like Stone. You dig? Hold on.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
JB Hunt, I'm calling y'all rep. You got his number in the damn ad. Yeah, I'm trying to get put on with Nestor Castro. I'm looking for you, big dog. Hold on. Let's find somebody else. We're going to find all right, let's call Ryder. I know Ryder. I know it's probably John. Let me see if that's John. Let's see if it's John. Oh, they ain't got their number on here. All right, bet. You know what? Hold on. Let me call back. That shit probably blocked my number out. Give me a second. Let me call. I think my number blocked out. 1708. My bad.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is...
Hold on. We're going to find somebody. We're going to find one person. Appliance delivery. This is Pilot. Let's see if they got a rep. Give me a second. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Jet carriers. JB Hunt, we called them already. American Standard. Hold on, we gonna find us somebody. We just want to get down to the bottom of this shit, bro. We just want to get down to the bottom of it. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of it. Trying to get to the bottom. Trying to get the bottom of that thing. You dig? Hold on. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. Damn, bro. All right, let's do this. Let's go owner operator. Let's see what come up this way. We got it. Man. Damn, bro, ain't nobody hiring? All these is this little company. I'm looking for the big dogs. I only seen JB Hunt. We called them. They didn't answer. Pilot don't got no number. Ryder didn't have a number. Hold on. Yeah, bro. All right, here go Ryder. Let's see. Non-CDL, home daily. Let's see. All right. We're going to call Shauna. Let's call Shauna. She sounds like a black chick. See if we can finesse her. He said it's the finesse game. We're going to try to finesse Shauna, man. Shauna. I'm finna see what Buddy Ass was talking about. We trying to see if it's a finesse out here or if you got to hire. We going to see, though.
Please hold while I try to connect you.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me open for non-CDL.
Hello, you have reached Shauna with Ryder Recruiting. Sorry I missed you. Please leave a text, best option, or voicemail with your name and location inquiring for. Thank you so much.
Shauna White. Thought Shauna was black. Oh, well. All right. See, let's keep going. It ain't 5 o'clock yet. Man, these people working from the crib, man. Let's see. Damn, that's it. All right, let's try something else. That's it. It was only 4 pages. I went to independent owner operator and I went to independent contractor. Let's try cargo van business. We gotta see, man. We gotta see if we can finesse somebody. Cause he said it's the finesse. I'm gonna try. I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna get nowhere, but we gonna try. He says what it's about. Do. Damn, bro. It ain't a lot out here. All right, hold on. Stand by. Burridge. Nah, buddy. Damn, only 2 pages for that. All right, let's try owner operator. Independent contractors, try owner operator. This don't work then. Shit. Fucked up out here. Scam. $9,000 a week. Box truck owner operator, $9,000 a week. Fuck out of here. Shit, kidnap. And Des Plaines, Illinois. It's a red flash where them Russians be. But them Russians be big dog. Right out there with the ICC. Let's see, buddy. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Let me see if they got a number. All right, let's call these people. Sarah Richardson. This is the last person I'm calling. I can't be calling. These people don't want to answer. They don't want to do their job. I'm trying to see if the finesse, that's what they said. I'm just going along with it. Either way, y'all cook. Let's get it.
Please hold while I try to connect you. Your call has been forwarded to the voicemail for Sarah Richardson. No one is available to take your call. At the tone, please record your message. When you
I tried, y'all. I tried. Maybe we'll try again tomorrow earlier in the day. Let me see some. This cough, bro. Truck driver. Box truck. Let's see. Explore jobs. Zip recruiter. We're gonna do XPO. Box truck. XPO. Nothing. All right, man. I called quite a few. It's getting late, so I don't know, bro. Call somebody on CB, bro. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's right. You did say CB driver. All right, let's try. Let's see. Let's see here. You said in a car. Why would you even want to? Let's see. Chicago. Search. Invalid location. Ain't nothing in the crib. Ain't got no opportunities in the crib right now. Let me see. All right, here we go. Capstone. See view details. Cap Stiggy. All right, bet. Let's call all these mogs. This is the last call, bro. I ain't finna be calling all these cats. They don't want to talk to me. They know who calling. They know it's Big Mark calling. 599. Let's call Capstone. See what they talking about. See if we can get in there with nothing. Staples.
person you're trying to reach is
Yes, Lord. You know, today Monday, I need to be going to the gym early, bro. Hold on, let me see one more thing. Who is this? What is this? All right, this is the last one. I promise on everything. This is for a car, minivan, SUV, and this is a part Monday through Friday, transporting students from home to school and back using your own personal vehicle. What the fuck? People was letting their kids in people's cars. Pay rates: Chicago Public Schools, $40 per route, $80 a day, approximately $400 a week. So you mean to tell me we done got to the point where people let strangers? What happened to school buses? Other schools, $30 per route, $66 a day, approximately $330 a week. So you mean to tell me I'm gonna drive kids to school for $40 a route? $40 a route. $80 a day, approximately $400 a week. Personal vehicle, no pickup trucks, 2014 or newer, under 150,000 miles, valid work authorization, completion of Illinois school bus permit. So you got to have a school bus permit, completion of the 8-hour school bus driver permit course, plus pass the Illinois First Division written school bus permit test, Class D license, pass the behind the wheel exam using the vehicle you would drive, must pass drug test and background check. Fuck is this shit? So even with this, you gotta have a background check. You gotta have a license, obviously a background check. Yes, they didn't say nothing about insurance. $400 fucking dollars a week. Let's see. Let's call them. Fuck it. Let's call them. What the hell? 1786. This is the last call. 201. They said CBD driver, right? You on CBD driver. Let's call and see. You can drive kids to school for $40 a day.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Mark.
Thanks. Please stay on the line.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. And you?
I'm doing splendid. I'm calling about the ad that I saw on CBD Driver.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Are you located in Chicago, Illinois?
I am in Chicago. In Chicago.
Okay, sir. Perfect. So let me introduce myself. My name is Juan Cuadros, and I work for Kenke LLC, and also we work for the school district in Chicago, for different school districts in Chicago. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we are looking for drivers to transport kids from home to school in the morning and from school back to home in the afternoon, Monday through Friday during the school year. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Really important to know, the school district pay us per road, not per child, because sometimes you can pick up like two brothers in the same house, or maybe you can pick up another student that goes to the same school and lives near to the first student that you pick it up. Okay? That's why the school district pay us per road, not per child. Each road covers 16 miles, and the school district on Chicago has two different rates, okay? Because we work for public school and another school like private school or I forgot the name of those charter schools, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we work for public school and charter school and private school.
Yeah.
If we are going to make a road for a public school, the school district is going to pay us $40 per road, okay? But if we are going to do a road for a charter school or a private school, the school district is going to pay us $33 per road, okay? Each road covers 16 miles, and if the road goes longer, also the school district is going to pay us for an additional miles.
So
okay?
each route goes 60 miles, so I'm getting paid $40
Yes.
For 60 miles. Okay, that sounds pretty
Yes,
good.
sir.
That sounds pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's really good because some of the roads, even, they are not 16 miles. They could be 3, 4, 6 miles, okay? And they are going to also pay the same rate, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But if the road goes longer, they are going to pay for an additional miles also, okay? The school district has some requirements for our drivers. They need to own a vehicle. That vehicle has to be 2014 or newer.
Mm-hmm.
That vehicle cannot have more than 150,000 miles.
Mm.
The person needs to have a driver license, a valid driver license, and we need the school district is asking to our drivers, they need to have the driver license for more than 3 years. Okay.
Okay.
That means they have like experience driving. Also, the school district needs all the drivers to complete an online course. That course takes around 4 hours. They are going to explain everything the driver needs to know, okay, when they have those kids in your car. Also, the school district needs all the drivers to complete a drug test, a background check, a child abuse, and in Chicago, they have is on the only in the only area in the country that the school district is asking to our drivers to complete the CDL course to have the driver license to drive a yellow bus. Okay, you are never gonna drive a yellow bus, but the school district needs like the CDL license to drive with those kids, okay? Because we are going to transport kids. Everything is going to be on your own car, but the school district has that requirement, okay?
So it's
we will help
completion of
you
the
with
Illinois school bus permit physical, completion of the 8-hour school bus driver permit course. So you're just taking the test, but you're not getting the license, right?
Well, you will get the license also.
Oh, okay.
You will get the license.
For Class B, right?
Yes, sir. Class B.
All right.
Class B. Cool. CDL Class B for driver license. If you already have it, perfect. We can use it and we don't need to do anything.
This is
okay.
Good. Yeah.
Even if we have some of those requirements that the school district needed, if you already have it because you already have a job before like this, we can use it. They usually work for 5 years, okay?
Right.
And if the school district accept those, we are more than welcome to accept it, okay?
So how many kids am I picking up on this 60-mile route that pays $40?
Well, we never know how many kids we are going to pick up.
We only got 4 seats. There's only 4 seats in the car.
Like always we have already like 200 roads with school district on different cities, and we all our roads are 1, 2, or 3 kids. Okay, when we have more than 3 kids, the school district notify us because we have to look for a big car. Okay, like a van or with seven seats on your car. If you don't have it, it's okay. They are asking right now for like a normal car, like a normal automobile or SUV. Okay, we can use pickups in Chicago, but they have to be covered on the trunk. Okay, if we have a big pickup, we can use it, but has to be covered on the trunk. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The roads, the time to begin, it changed because we have elementary school, we have middle school, and we have high school. Right. So always depends how far is the kid from home to school and which school is he attending. Okay. So I cannot tell you right now, but always when our drivers are ready to begin working, I'm going to notify the school district. I have a new driver. He is located at this area. So the school district start sending me roads on your area, and I'm going to start offering roads to you, okay? You can say, hey, Juan, this road works perfect for me, or no, Juan, this work is so far for me, it doesn't work for me. Okay? I keep looking for something good for you. When you begin working with us, I'm gonna offer always one road in the morning, one road in the afternoon. But if you are doing everything like well, you are arriving on time to pick up the student, you are arriving on time to the school to drop off, and you are doing everything well, and I receive another road from the school district, I will offer to you. If that road works for you, I will offer to you. Okay? And if you can make more money, I will be so happy making money with you.
Because I need it, man. I need the money, man. I got this car, man, and the note's killing me, man. I just don't know what to do. I need the extra money.
Okay. Yes, we have that opportunity.
Bought this brand new car, and I can't really afford it, and I'm just trying to supplement.
Well, we have this opportunity. It's a good opportunity. We already have been working with this company for more than 4 years. Okay, and next to the school district on different cities. This is a good opportunity. We try to help all our drivers to make money because we know everybody wants to make money. Also,
I want to make money. $400 a week. So I'm working 5 days a week, 60 miles a route for $40, and that I should be making about $400 a week at the end of the week, right?
Yes, sir. And I promise to you, I will work to give more than one road to you. Okay.
Right.
I have to be honest at the beginning. Always I give you one road, but after, when I can, I will organize more than one road to you.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
That's how we work.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you all this information that I give it to you by a text message. Okay. That way you can have it.
Yeah,
you can read it again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And after, when you are ready, please send me a picture of your driver license, a valid email address, and the city where you are located. Okay?
Got it.
And with that information, I will create you at the school district platform. It's called Contractor Compliance. You will receive an email from Contractors Compliance. We have to set up your account there. And I will send you like the step-by-step document that is going to help us during the whole process, okay?
Right.
This is a long process because we have to do a lot of things, like going to do the child abuse is easy, but to complete the fingerprints and everything, we have to spend time.
So
okay?
I noticed something as far as the requirements is concerned. There's no, I don't have to have insurance or anything because I don't see it here. It doesn't say anything about insurance.
No, sir.
No insurance?
That's a really good question.
Okay.
You need to have your insurance for you and your car. But the student always is going to be covered under the school district insurance. Okay? So you don't have to take care about that. Because that kid is going to be under the school district and is going to be on your contract.
I don't got to worry about the kids at all as far as them being insured. These kids that aren't mine, I don't have to worry about them, right?
Yes, you don't have to be worried for those, okay? Because they are going to be under the school district insurance and it's going to be on your contract, okay?
Got it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang up and I'm going to send you, I'm going to wait for your text message. And I'm
going to send you. I'm going to send you I prefer.
I can't
First
wait
to send you the whole information.
Yeah.
Okay. If you can read it again, there is everything. If I miss something, there is going to be. Okay.
Yeah.
And after that, please send me the information. That I will be more than pleasure to create you as soon as possible.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm going to fill out as soon as you send it to me. I can't. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, sir. And I will be so happy to have you on my team. Okay?
No problem. I can't wait. Talk to you soon.
And if you know when you begin, okay, when you begin working with us or before you begin, if you know somebody who wants to join our team, you send it to me. I explain everything to him, everything. And if that person begins working with us, I will pay you $100 per each person that you send me after the second week he is working with us. Okay?
Wow. God bless you. God bless
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I need you to help me, and if you are really good, man, we can make a really nice team. Okay?
We're
If
gonna
you
do
send me 10 persons to work with me, I will pay you $1,000. I promise to you.
Oh my God.
Okay?
Thank you.
100 per each one.
God bless you.
Okay?
I'm gonna work so hard for you and try to get these people to you. I am.
I want to have you on my team, to be honest with you. And if you need anything during the process, please let me know. I will help you. I promise.
I got you, man.
Okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Have a good night, man.
Okay?
All right, man.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't know, bro. Listen, check it out. Check it out. Listen, man, y'all cooked, bro. I'm not with y'all no more. I give up, bro. I done been with y'all too long, man. I done been with y'all too long, man. Y'all, I'm just gonna separate myself, big dog. I'm gonna still come here. I'm gonna still do the talk and shit like that, but I ain't including myself with that shit no more. Because after the conversation I had with the Haitian brother earlier, I see what it is now. I see what it is now. I'm gonna go buy more guns. I'm gonna go buy more guns because I'm probably gonna need them in another 5-6 years. There's gonna be a lot of destitute, desperate people that's gonna have to. It's gonna get ugly out here in these streets. I'm gonna go buy more guns and bullets. Yep, that's what I'm gonna go do. Yep, because I was at the food. Trump be lying about the groceries. He lying about that shit. This food is high and it's probably gonna keep getting higher. The cost of living is gonna keep getting higher. I see more people living in tents. And I see more just people that's just fucked up out here mentally. I ain't talking about buddy we just got off the phone with. I'm talking about the conversation that we had earlier. I think it's more people out here that just don't want to get their shit together. And in 5 years, this shit it's gonna really be ugly. You think it's bad now, it's gonna really get ugly. Revelations. I'm gonna go buy more guns. We need to go to Cabela's. Next stop, Cabela's. Cabela's, I'm on my way. Cabela's, I'm on my way. That's it. Just like last year when I was listening to the giggers and I said, no, we're going to invest in DoorDash. I'm going to Cabela's. Is Cabela's a publicly traded company? Cabela's. Is Cabela's publicly traded? No, Cabela's is not publicly traded, but it was acquired by Bass Pro Shops. Bass Pro Shops? Nope. All right. Yep. All right. Okie dokie. Yep. That is something that they do here. I did hear about them having people pick up kids in personal cars. So that's something that they doing now. I don't know why they doing it. I heard some people talking about that last year here. So I guess it is a real thing, but shit, I didn't know they was paying like that. But at the end of the day, man, the conversation I had with Buddy earlier was really, really eye-opening to me. And I don't know what to tell y'all at this point no more. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna let people that want to be cooked, bro. But yeah, it's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up. You said Trump needs to reset the credit scores. No, he don't. No, he don't. You don't need to reset nothing, bro. We don't need to reset nothing. The only thing that need to reset, we need an economic reset, but I think we're there. I think we're there right now. So I don't think we're gonna get I think we there. So we here. Welcome to the new norm. It is what it is, but I got to get to the gym. It's Monday. Still got a lot of, opportunists, New Year resolution people hogging up all the machines and shit. So I need to get my ass there so I can at least get on some of the machines. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and the line is in the sand, guys. It's us and it's them. Hopefully you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, because in the next 5 to 6 years, man, it's going to get ugly. Guns and bullets, bro. Guns and bullets. I'm out.